5 centuries ago, the demon king Asmodeus waged war on the plains, striking them down one by one until his forces marched upon our own. He believed that the races of the mortal plane would be of little consequence to his demonic forces. Yet time and time again, his scouting parties would not return. Finally, the Demon King himself led his forces to our plane, landing right on the center of Aspire's largest continent. Yet what met him were not the forces of man, but the very gods themselves walking our world. This battle raged on in stalemate for a century, in what would be known as the 100-Year War. Finally, the mortal races felt they could hide on the coasts no longer. The nations to the west, not wanting to risk their populace, sent machines built for battle, naming them Warforged, while the nations to the east sent only their strongest, bravest, and brightest. They sent their heroes. With the scales tipped, the planar forces began to fall back, but Asmodeus would have none of it. To this day, scholars do not know how Asmodeus caused the calamity, but records speak of a dark explosion engulfing our world. And when the dust cleared, the gods were gone, and all that was left in their wake were uninhabitable wastelands. The kingdom of the eastern coast survived, with the wastes at our walls for 5 centuries since the end of the war. But resources have begun to run thin. But all is not lost, however. A new breed of heroes have been born out of necessity, wayfinders. Explorers and adventurers tasked with mapping out the wastes, looking for civilizations and resources to keep our nations alive. So, heroes, it is my honor to welcome you to the Wayfinders. Welcome to the world of Aspire.
Hello, and welcome. Welcome to World of Aspire, an actual play Dungeons & Dragons stream, YouTube channel, and eventually, hopefully, a podcast. I'm your host, Matthew Majchrzak, joined by...
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Boomfist. I play Noah.
Hi, Therendel.
Hey, I'm James playing Cosmos.
Hey, I'm Mark, and I play Taijin.
Before we get into the game world, currently we will be using royalty-free music, but we will have our own custom music completed by session 3 or 4, originally composed and recorded by Marshall Majchrzak. Additionally, during break, you can see little mini-ads for other projects each of us are involved in. Last but not least, a short lore dump before we start. Aspire is a world still recovering from a war that happened 500 years ago. Most of the continent is covered in extremely dangerous wastes. The gods are dead and magic is running out. All of the known non-monstrous mortal races live within 3 nations on the eastern coast. To the north is Amalfi, which is mostly overseen by high elves. It's a city in denial of the world's diminishing resources, and it keeps its upper class living in constant opulence. To the south is Ankrum. It's mostly overseen by gnomes who have doubled down on the resources that they have left, using machines to extract every little bit from them. Unfortunately, this has caused a great deal of pollution coming from their production facilities that's damaging the other 2 nations. Finally, in the center is the nation of Astaria, a melting pot formed by refugees of the 100-Year War. And this is the city that our journey begins with. So without further ado, our camera pans on the capital city of Astaria, a city built into a mountain by the sea. A pillar of progress with magic and steam working hand in hand. Its people go about their days trying to push the doomsday counter of their resources into the back of their minds. We swiftly pan to a small side street on the lower levels of the mountain. We see a small apartment built into the areas where most of the extraplanar refugees from the 100-Year War live. Inside this apartment is a sleeping cleric, Tiefling. On his wall, a portrait of his brother shortly before his brother went to the wastes. And as he drifts off into his dream, we get a small vision of it ourselves. He sees before him a taller man in a red cloak with a scythe across his back. As the man slowly leaves for the wastes, he waves him off and says, 10 years, when you're ready to head out. I'll meet you on the western shores. Before he walks into a sandstorm never to be seen again. Cosmos, you wake up from this dream. What is it that you look like?
All right. So Cosmos is a tiefling with about blue-green type of skin with similar but darker hair. It's long, it's wavy, and it's usually tied up in a low ponytail. He's got yellow eyes, no pupils. He's about average height, around 5'8", and he has 4 horns sticking straight up, 2 short ones in the front and 2 long ones in the back. And he has golden glasses, small circular ones that sit upon his face. And he is wearing cream-colored clothing, billowy shirt, very posh looking. And he's definitely the type to wear an ascot and a fancy-looking vest.
Fantastic. Cosmos, you would also know that this is the day of your graduation from the Wayfinder Academy. You were given a special mid-semester graduation test that you managed to pass.
Yes.
What exactly is going through your head? Do you have any specific goals for post-graduation?
I think his first thought would be to find his brother. He hasn't heard from him in a very long time, and with his brother still on his mind from his dream, he just wants to go out and be reunited with him, his only family left.
Excellent. As you head out the door, grabbing your graduation certification, as well as your equipment, the camera pans further up the mountain towards a temple to the followers of the sun. Within the temple, a younger monk begins to step down the stairs, hearing his father and uncle arguing in another room. Taijin, what do you look like?
Hi. So Taijin is a tabaxi, and he's modeled off a cheetah, because you're my favorite animal. He wears your typical monastery monk-like robes. It starts up at the shoulders and billows out, kind of like a cape-like effect towards the bottom. He has your typical white wrap bandages, think Rock Lee. The clothing itself is ornate in colors of red, white, yellows, and golds. The sun. And right in the middle, where his belt is, there's a depiction of a golden sun.
Fantastic. As you head down the stairs, do you intend to let your father know that you've been studying to become a Wayfinder for the past couple years?
I think he's gonna have to now.
All right. As you head down the stairs, you hear your uncle, Moy, speaking to your father, Mai. Moy simply says, listen, down south, we've known that this was coming for a while now. We're sending all of our monks into the wastes to gather more resources. There isn't much that can be done. Well, your father replies with it is not our place to change the world, and it is not our place to decide what our monks do and do not do. What do you do from there?
Does he have his papers in his hand?
Oh, yeah.
Would he even be able to get them? Okay, perfect. He's gonna walk out into the room they are in, and he'll greet his family. Morning, Father.
They all bow.
Morning, Uncle. How are all of you today?
Your father waves off your uncle and begins to speak. I'm well, just discussing with your uncle that it is not the place of those who follow the sun to deal in the matters of the wastes. Ours is to guide those around us.
And what if a follower of the sun, wanted to go? So what would you tell them?
Well, if they wished to, I would not tell them not to.
And with that, he will pull out from his little bag his graduation certificate. Just hand it out to his father.
He looks at it, his brow furrows a little bit.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I just figured you wouldn't approve. And he's like looking down. He looks sad that he hid it from his father.
As your teacher, I do not believe it is my place to tell you what to and to not do. As your father, however, this is far too dangerous for you, and he begins to crumple up your graduation paper. And he throws it out the window.
He looks extremely hurt and just runs past him out the door.
He reaches for you, but cannot catch you in time. As you leave, the argument begins to pick up between your father and your uncles, starting to sound more passionate. The camera follows you out the door and then continues to pan up the mountain. At the very top, a wizard's tower with a telescope shooting out of the top of it. Ferendel, you have your eye buried in the telescope, looking to the wastes, the farthest edge being known as the Bastion Mountains. This being an area that no one has passed since people started exploring the wastes again. Its tops are filled with a thick white fog that your telescope can't get through. About 8 years ago, your teacher, the wizard Crane, left to the wastes himself. You have not heard from him since, yet the books he brought with him have returned to the bookshelves, and new books have gone missing. As you get lost in your research, what do you look like?
Arendelle is a young woman water genasi. She has sky blue skin, and her hair is made out of water, which, as she is fervently looking through the books, peering through the telescope every so often, it's flowing around her head like a stormy ocean. She wears very wrinkled robes and has big glasses sitting on her nose.
As you continue to look through the telescope at the Bastion Mountains, you feel a slimy tendril on your hand pulling at you. Below you is your octopi familiar grabbing your hand with one tendril and grabbing your graduation papers with the other tendril.
She looks down at... Yeah?
It's about time for you to leave. In fact, you're probably about 15 minutes late at this point.
She looks at her octopus, looks at the sun, and she's like, is it really that time already? Are you sure we have to leave now? Damn it. Okay, so she grabs some books around her. She does not go anywhere without her research. Packs a bag, posts her octopus on her shoulder. It's like, stay there, Isa. Don't get lost. Okay. And she heads out the door.
Fantastic. As you head out the door, the octopus listens to you for about 10 seconds before it falls out of the top window of the wizard's tower, landing on your head. It latches onto you and follows you out the door. As the camera pans down the other side of the mountain towards the Wayfinder Academy, a college for adults who wish to become Wayfinders. It moves forward into the dormitory, and inside we see what you would mistake for a man if not for the glowing crystal in its chest. A Warforged rests on a bed. It's only his first week of school, but for some reason the director of the academy is already letting them graduate. They're not exactly sure why as they drift off into a dream. In this dream, it's more of a memory. They see a world of sand and smoke around them, the left behind of a terrible explosion. They're carrying someone, and there is an opalescent mass behind them, chasing after them. trying to suck in who they're carrying. They grip with all of their might, but the suction of this mass is too much. Their arms locked into this person are torn from their body. And then they wake up.
I still have my hands, right?
Oh, yeah. Noah, what do you look like?
Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh! I guess get ready for like the weebiest anime introduction ever, I suppose.
It's true.
So I guess a good way to describe Noah first is it's very much, I guess, like take like Genos from like One Punch Man and take like all the aesthetic of like Nier Automata, and just like there's your Warforged boy. So yeah, like we said, like he looks very human, and like his eyes are like have black sclera eyes, green, like very like vibrant green lenses for his eyes, and very like dark tan skin, and I guess you could tell he's a Warforged because he had like the like puppet, like the like it's like a Nutcracker would have, like those lines on Nutcracker. It's very cute, like like rather cute, like pastel pink hair. Yeah, and I guess he has big old like metal arms. Those aren't skin toned. So I guess everything like from his head to like his torso is all like skin toned, and he has big old metal hands.
Well, it's time for a graduation ceremony. Whatever that is.
It's my first week of school.
Man.
As Noah leaves his dorm, he only has to walk about 10 minutes to where he's graduating.
Yeah.
The rest of you, it's a bit more of a trek, but the four of you arrive, and it's strange. There's no one else there except for a clerk to hand out your diplomas.
Well, that's anticlimactic.
The clerk is a little old lady. She's got a vulture familiar on her shoulder, but the vulture is only about the size of a soccer ball. It is a miniature vulture.
For some reason, I pictured this like orb of a vulture in a soccer ball.
Orb.
This borb.
Alright, it is now a fat orb of a vulture.
Yes! Yes!
A borb, if you will. Yes, thank you, Papa Racer. Borb.
Hello! How... You four are the graduates, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, we are graduates.
Yes, we are.
Excellent.
Right?
Here's your paperwork. Dr. Soma will see you shortly. Now...
Hand from Dr. Soma?
Yes. Now, the four of you would know that Dr. Soma is essentially the Tony Stark of this world. She is the person who started the Wayfinder program, and she is what Tony Stark would be if Tony Stark was publicly funded and gave away all of his patents for free, and made medicine instead of death machines. She does not normally meet with graduates immediately, and just like every other instance of your graduation, this comes off as a little bit odd.
I thought I'm gonna turn to whoever's next to me and just be like, I thought at least there would be like somebody cheering us on.
It's my first week of school.
I know this, Noah. I know this.
No, but you're just very lucky.
Oh, did I say something wrong?
No, you're fine.
Oh,
My octopus familiar, who's sitting on my head, on my shoulders, they're clapping for me. They're cheering.
At least Karen Dunn has someone cheering her on here.
There is like the school mascot, the camp, college mascot in the background going, "Yeah, guys, you rock!
Go team rule!"
But like, there's nobody else cheering, and there's nobody else graduating. This is not how you imagined it when you signed up.
Definitely not.
This is very suspicious.
It's suspicious that they wanted us to do an accelerated course.
It's really suspicious that guy got an accelerated course, and she points at Noah.
What? Hold on. Is there supposed to be a ceremony of some sorts? What is a ceremony?
The old lady just looks at you. Oh, the ceremony was canceled. Dr. Soma asked for the four of you specifically. She was going over student records and the sort, and knew the four of you.
Mm.
It was cancelled?
Well, that's even better, isn't it?
Maybe we should just go up and go see Dr. Soma, and maybe she can tell us what's going on. Noah, by the way, looks still kind of sad from this morning, if all of y'all noticed.
She does give you guys directions to Dr. Soma's personal office on campus. It's almost never used, as she's normally working with kings and that sort of thing. But she is on campus today, and as you head up the stairs, there's a bit of a silence. Normally there's classes going and such, but it seems like everybody else had the day off.
Spring break!
Oh my god. I feel like this is a trap. I know we're just walking in class, but I'm gonna walk behind Noah. I want to be in the back.
Is Noah in front?
If
That's
you
up
want.
to you guys.
Noah will just be like, okay, I guess I'll walk in a weird straight file.
Whatever
in
is
some
happening.
normal human fashion. That's what
I
you
don't
would do,
trust
right?
anybody or anything in the school.
Ty's gonna be walking in the back with like hands, if he has pockets, sure. Just kind of in his pocket, just walking behind you slowly.
You get
Theron. Oh, sorry.
you first, please.
I was gonna say Theron's peeking into classrooms. Wasn't that supposed to be school today?
There should have been.
Yeah, I
Why?
thought so as
I guess
well.
it's a special day, I guess.
Did we miss the memo? What is happening here? It's real weird. Maybe Dr. Soma will know.
My entire week here, I didn't go to any classes.
I know. This is your first.
You know, the more you say it, the angrier I'm becoming.
I just thought this was normal. I'm sorry.
Careful,
No.
Cosmos, he messed up boiling.
You're okay, Noah. You're okay.
Good.
You eventually get to the
Magical.
door of Dr. Soma's office. It is a large, heavy oak door. Do you just walk in? Do you knock?
Oh, I knock. Excuse me, Dr. Soma. This
I
is
opened the door. As the knocking is going on, just like.
You open the door and you see a blonde elven woman, her hair in a bun, a lab coat, thick glasses, and crystal balls floating all around her, and she just puts up a single finger as if 1 second. Everybody do a quick perception check.
Oh God!
Shit. Okay.
First roll of the night. Perception. Let's see this. A 7. It's a 1. No, 7 plus 1. It says it's an 8. Yeah.
I got a
I got a
15.
7.
One at a time.
24.
Taijin, one of those crystal balls has your dad on it. This is a conference call. He doesn't see you. Cosmos, what did you get?
15.
15. You notice she has the same picture of your brother's adventuring party that you had on your wall on her desk.
Okay, that's not cool.
Farendel, what did you get?
A 7.
You don't notice a goddamn thing.
I'm like, oh my god. Dr. Soma, this is. I like leaned over to Noah, I'm like, no, we can't just go in. I'm sorry. See?
Taijin, with a 24, you also notice the king is on this conference call.
He's like, everyone be quiet, everyone.
She looks at the crystal ball that has your father's face in it and goes, listen, I think he's more than ready, and right now we need him. We need another team like we had last time. And then she turns to the king's crystal ball. They will be sent out today. We got the coordinates. And don't worry, I took your nephew and transferred him to a different position after the incident with the previous students. It's okay. And she snaps her fingers and all the crystal balls just float over to her desk.
Ty is like hiding behind like Cosmos or someone, just so his dad didn't see him.
Oh shoot!
Your dad did not see you.
Did my camera turn off?
Yes,
Yeah, where's
did.
our good old, where's our good
It's
old
like
potion
kind of
at?
still on.
Like, it says it's off, but, like, we just don't see you.
It's just black.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on.
Oh.
It's alright. It's our first time. Technical difficulties are to be expected. Don't worry about it.
That's true.
People can still hear you. That's all that matters right now. I think they can still
Sorry
hear you.
about that.
Don't worry
Yes,
about
we
it.
can.
You're good.
Perfect.
The chat can still hear.
Yes, everybody can still
Yeah.
hear you.
Let me see.
Don't worry about it. If you need to, we could fix it during break later.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
you can keep going. I can mess with it while you're going if you would like. It's up to you.
Don't, because
Kind
it
of.
creates some background noise. And they need my mic turned up just a hair. I'll take care of that. Is that better? There we go. My mic is turned up now. Now then, as the crystal balls fade and Dr. Soma hangs up on this magical conference call she's on, she looks over at the four of you. Oh, and you're back, Cosmos.
You can see me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, we can see you.
Woo! Okay. All right. It's just a shittier camera.
It's alright.
You're good.
Awesome.
Dr. Soma looks at the four of you. I almost called her Dr. Cosmos. Dr. Soma looks at the four of you.
PhD.
Ah, good. You're here.
So,
Dr. Soma, I tried to make them knock, but he came in here.
No, it's fine. I was expecting Lucy downstairs to last with you guys a little bit longer, at least like give you some sort of fanfare or celebration, but it seems like she just gave you your paperwork and sent you up.
she said you canceled all of it.
Oh, I canceled school. I still wanted you guys to have like fireworks or something. After all, you graduated.
Well, now I feel bad.
Oh, we can later. I can.
Okay. Okay.
So, the long and short of it is I needed a group to graduate mid-semester because all of our wayfinders are out there right now and we have something of a little bit of importance that needs investigating, and, well, I looked through the group of applicants and the four of you were the best candidates, and everybody feel free to roll an insight check.
Man!
Let's roll those click clacks, y'all.
Best
Insight.
candidate. Oh,
Cosmos, you have advantage.
Oh, well, I rolled an 18, but let me roll again.
Who wants to go first?
Thank God for that advantage. I got 18.
I got.
Yeah, Matt, call it out for us. Tell us.
Noah. What did you get?
Oh, one.
Best candidate. Right, Jen, what did you get?
An unnatural 20, a dirty 20.
Fantastic. Cosmos, what did you get?
18.
Fantastic. Thurendell, what did you get? All right. Cosmos.
What?
All right, Cosmos, Taijin, since you guys rolled relatively high, with your insight, you could tell that between the fact that she was talking to Taijin's dad and she has a picture of Cosmos' older brother on her desk, nepotism might have had something to do with this.
I keep forgetting my dad's, like, important in the city. It's fine. Oops. Ty just kind of rolls his eyes at that comment and goes, sure.
She chose me specifically. Oh,
Sure, she did.
Yes,
big fan.
you're a student of the Great Wizard Crane. Of course I would have picked you specifically.
When she says that, Kai just gives her a look like, really?
It's like,
Yes, Noah.
yes. I took no classes. How was I chosen?
Again with this.
Well, you might not remember it. You do actively have experience with the wastes, after all. Isn't that where the young mechanic found you?
Yes. Oh, yes, correct. I love vanquishing all sorts of monsters and demons.
Right.
Titan just takes a
Anyway,
step to the right from Noah.
the reason that I needed a group of new wayfinders so quickly is a previous wayfinder captain, who was a teacher before that, has been demoted yet again. He is now an operations officer, and I needed a team to apply him to. I also am willing to give you some extra information for taking on this burden for me.
Who is this professor? Do we know him or her?
Yes, he is the king's nephew, a Mr. Frank Ferguson. Now, all of you would know that Frank Ferguson is, or Mr. Ferguson as he is known as, is a very sad man. Thrice married, thrice divorced, constantly smelling of mustard. In the past, he has surrendered immediately and given away his troops to cannibal goblins in order to survive. When he was a teacher, he was leading a class through a group through the outer walls of the wastes, and upon being beset by 2 goblins, he immediately surrendered and needed to be rescued by the children, by the first-year college students. Mr. Ferguson is a sad, cowardly man.
Yikes.
Now,
Yikes.
I've already given you all immediate graduation, but if you agree to become the team that is responsible for Mr. Ferguson, I can also give you information that would make you all heroes.
What kind of information are you talking about?
Well, I'm sure you've heard we found our first human settlement out in the wastes. People who have been living out in the wastes since the 100-Year War.
Can we go visit it?
Well, not only that, but this settlement apparently knows how to get to the top of the Bastion Mountains.
They do? Okay, I'm here. I'm there. Okay, what do we have to do?
Dr. Soma, is it really
Yes.
strange to, is seeing humans very strange?
Out in the wastes it is. In the wastes,
Oh.
we've never gotten farther than the Bastion Mountains. We've only explored about 100 miles, 200 miles of it.
Okay, interesting.
We don't know what's past the Bastion Mountains, and this is the first time we've discovered a settlement of something besides goblins or kobolds.
Oh.
Speaking of which, if you take on the responsibility of taking care of Mr. Ferguson, we will send you directly to the settlement, and this settlement will send you to the path over the Bastion Mountains. We have a guide to lead you to the settlement once you're about halfway there. Things get a little confusing from there, the woods change shapes from time to time, but we have a kobold who is willing to act as your guide. He is currently staying with a group of wayfinders waiting for Mr. Ferguson's party.
Okay.
And is
So,
Kobold knows about the wastes.
Yes, the kobold has lived in the wastes with his tribe his entire life. His name is Brack.
Brack.
Yes.
Brilliant. Okay, we have to do this. Like, to get to the Bastion Mountains, you don't understand how special this is.
Not
Are
only will you
kobolds-
get there, but if our information is correct, you will get past them.
Mm.
Which is exciting.
Who
See what they've done to this.
who discovered this human settlement?
The settlement was discovered by a small party led by Martha Licorice, actually the daughter of a candy maker. She is a sorcerer who specializes in transmutation and transformation. She has, in fact, for her namesake, changed her enemies into licorice and fed them to her familiar.
Badass.
Oh. Good thing
Licorice.
she's
I'm
one of
unfamiliar with
us.
licorice.
What kind of licorice? Like black licorice or like the good red kind?
It's black licorice.
Ooh.
Her secondary school of magic happens to be necromancy. She is. I avoid speaking with Martha Licorice as often as possible.
She is so cool. Let me tell you, I
Terrifying.
her expedition.
Absolutely
Oh my God.
terrifying.
The coolest, the absolute coolest.
No, just scares me so much. Have you seen how, like, her fingers are all wrinkly and she's got an extra joint on them and they extend so far and she hasn't cut her nails in like 6 years? Just terrifying.
I don't like that.
You say that and like Ty pulls out like a nail file and starts filing his closet.
Now then, what your actual job will be concerning Mr. Ferguson. And with that, you hear the footsteps, or actually, you probably smell him before you hear him. A thick waft of mustard, a sort of bleachy smell, and Taijin, with your powerful animalistic nose, you can actually smell depression.
That's what that smells like.
As a balding man with a thick mustache and somehow grease and mustard stains on his plate mail enters the room. I hear this is the new team I'm signed up with.
All right, I'm gonna turn to Dr. Soma. I'm gonna pan back over to Mr. Ferguson. Ah, Dr. Soma. His sadness readings are through the roof.
Yes, they are. He is truly a just sad person.
I didn't think this could be possible.
You know I can hear all of you.
Yes,
Oh.
we're aware.
Dr. Soma just
wasn't-
continues talking to you guys, ignoring him.
I was intending to be quiet.
I'm gonna dig through my little pack that I have and just pull out like one of those small size like perfume bottles and just spritz the air around him. Oh, we lost Tinka.
They did say their Wi-Fi is bad tonight.
It's alright.
Mr. Ferguson drove her away.
So Ferguson cinch destroyed Tinka's Wi-Fi.
I don't blame her.
Just Ferguson's what an ass.
Can you hear us, Tinka?
I can hear you.
Alright, we can see you.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
As he's saying, I can hear you, you know, he's eating a sandwich that is on white bread. It looks to be like 99 copper store bologna.
Bologna.
Just bright, like, radioactive yellow mustard on it.
Ma!
Ty is just like, oh.
I'm gonna keep spritzing. If he doesn't notice, I'm spritzing.
He notices.
He doesn't say.
Yeah, hold on, real quick. I guess is it a slice of bologna or it's just the entire loaf of like bologna between two pieces of bread?
It's 99 copper store. It's dollar store
Oh.
bologna. It's like
Oh.
a couple
Oh.
of slices that are still like very wet.
How good can it be?
And even Lunchables is more expensive than that stuff. Jeez. Oh.
Dr. Soma looks at you. Mr. Ferguson will only be acting as an operations officer. Essentially, he is going to be with 150 individuals who may not have what it takes to be actual wayfinders, but have what it takes to hold down camps and settlements.
Which is important.
Yes, incredibly important. It's going to be medics, chefs, researchers, people who aren't so much interested in the fighting aspect of being a wayfinder or the getting lost and exploring aspect of being a wayfinder. Mr. Ferguson is going to be the leader of this group. The four of you are going to go ahead from location to location with Mr. Ferguson's group about a day behind you. During times where you need to rest for multiple days, they will catch up with you, you will debrief them, and they will be following you at all times.
A question, are we all responsible for the welfare or the safety of this little group?
Yes and no. This group of 100 or so people will have active fighters and bodyguards in it. Well, you will not be punished if something happens to this group. You will not be able to progress with your mission further if they are all gone. And let's be honest here, they're living, breathing people.
Yes.
Other question, Dr. Soma.
Yes.
This sad man is the king's nephew? Is that something important? King, right? King sounds like an important word, right?
That's very important. No,
He just rules. He's not that all that important.
Mr. Ferguson speaks up. You weren't supposed to tell anyone that. They were supposed to believe that I got this position on my own merit. I thought that was the deal.
I
nepotism.
don't think anybody would believe that, buddy.
Cosmos is gonna like nudge there and down like
I didn't just nod.
Absolutely smelled him.
These individuals that we have collected, are these all also students or just, I guess, personnel? That's the proper word?
Yes, there's a great deal of personnel. They are technically under your command.
Oh,
But
interesting.
they have to report to Mr. Ferguson. You also have to report to Mr. Ferguson. Both groups, essentially, it's almost like checks and balances.
Oh.
Your group cannot exist without the map makers, the geologists, the cooks, the medics, etc., etc. You'll get tired eventually. But they won't know what to do without Mr. Ferguson, who has equipment to stay in contact with the main city.
Oh, understood.
But Mr. Ferguson's a fucking idiot and can't lead a team. I heard that, I know.
Oh,
And as a
Dr.
result...
Thelma,
Yes.
permission to make my first report to Mr. Ferguson.
Sure.
Turn to him. You smell awful. Report closed.
He just looks at the floor and takes a bite of his sandwich.
No, you somehow made him even more sadder than he already is.
The wet sloppy juice from the bologna falling on his neck and sliding underneath the plate mail.
No, I just feel bad for him.
Dr. Masoma, does he know how to swim? Mr. Ferguson, do you know how to swim?
I'm excellent at the doggy paddle. In fact, I've won every contest I've gotten into.
Alright, so we can push him in the river to give him a bath, got it?
If you have some water, I can dump it on him.
I cannot swim in this chainmail.
Eagle can figure it out, I assure you.
That's good to know. Dr. Soma, I have a question.
Yes.
Since we're going out into the waste, and you said if we do this favor for you, will you be able to provide any information if we ask for it after we do this? I'm looking for something, and I just...
What are you looking for?
I think you're quite familiar with him, based off of, just looking around your office, my brother.
Oh, yes, I'm absolutely familiar with him. I haven't heard from him since we got separated in the wastes.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Okay.
You were with him in the waste?
Yes, it was the first Wayfinder team.
Oh,
And
okay.
she turns the portrait on her desk to the four of you, and you notice a younger Dr. Soma. You notice Cosmos, his older brother. Taijin, you notice your dad, a much younger version of your dad. Therendel, there's Crane. Once again wearing his baggy, very, very baggy robes, not showing off any definition of his body whatsoever. And Noah.
Portrait?
What?
Yeah.
In this portrait, Crane's in it with Soma. And Noah, the mechanic, the artificer that found you and repaired you, is right there with Dr. Soma and the first Wayfinder team.
What the fuck?
So it should make a little bit of sense. Oh, and last but not least, the tallest member of the group is a golden dragonborn in full plate mail in the back of the group.
Golden man.
I thought you were going to say Mr. Ferguson, and I was going to be really impressed.
No.
Golden
Never.
dragon daddy.
I suppose the nepotism and the quick graduation makes a bit more sense now.
Yes.
Why is my dad so against me going? What happened?
Oh, we got royally fucked. We almost got ripped limb from limb. We got separated. We came back at different points in time. In fact, your father was the first one back. Crane didn't come back till 3 years after him.
When did you leave?
Oh, this was we were the first Wayfinders. This was 15
Years
years
ago.
Yeah, 10, 15 years ago.
Okay.
10 or 15 years ago.
Do you know where he is now? I've been looking for him for 8 years. I haven't looked too far. I've stayed in my tower, but
Oh, I have no idea. Crane wasn't the same when he came back from the wastes.
he was a bit bonkers. But like, are we all?
No, I mean, I have actively talked to Crane in 2 separate places at once. He has stood on 2 separate sides of my room trying to have 2 separate conversations with me. The wastes did something to him.
I will note that down. Her notebook.
What makes you think that if my brother can't do it, what makes you think I can do it?
Oh, because he spoke very highly of you. He said you were a genius. In fact,
You're a
while we
genius.
were traveling, all your brother did was speak about you.
I didn't know that.
Oh.
Okay.
Nostalgia hours, everyone.
The reason your father is so against you going is because he almost didn't make it back.
I guess that makes sense.
But he also thinks that you're going to be better than him, even if he doesn't know how to say it.
He just nods. Sadly, but nods.
When this mission's done, it might be a good idea for you to have a talk with him about what happened. It's not my place to tell the story.
I was planning on it assuming we came back.
Noah, you were sent here specifically because of this. I actually asked your mechanic friend to take care of this group and lead this group. She complained about being too old for it and sent you in her stead.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Ferguson just pipes up and goes, "Wow, that's a lot of emotions. Bring it in for a hug group. I truly understand how you're all feeling right now, but
He just takes that as quarterstaff to keep him at arm's length.
let's not forget, I got demoted to this position. Obviously, I have the saddest situation of all of us.
You know, I won't disagree there, Mister.
No.
Divorced. I won't disagree. I believe you are the saddest one here.
Yeah, I second that. There's nobody who could be sadder than you are.
Yes.
But please.
Unfortunately, all three of my ex-wives have created their own adventuring party. They're some of the most famous wayfinders in the world.
I can't be sad. I don't have my memory.
I'm just gonna look at Noah.
Are you okay? Boy.
Homie's not okay. Homie's not okay.
You don't even know how not okay he is.
Blissfully unaware.
Yes, correct. Very correct.
Dr. Soma reaches into her desk and hands you each a bright red vial of liquid. These shouldn't be necessary until after you meet with your guide, but just in case, the wastes can be dangerous and chaotic. These are some basic healing potions to help you along your way. You'll, of course, be given basic equipment that matches each of your specialties, but beyond that, everything else is going to be on you. But that's kind of what being a wayfinder's about, isn't it? Finding all of the riches of the waste. If you discover any resources that will be of great use to the nations as a whole, you will be paid for said discoveries, assuming you do not try to make us buy entire mines from you, at which point we'll just take them by force. But we will pay you for doing your job, of course, and you are free to keep any gold or magical items you find.
Brilliant. Question. Potion of healing, is that potion of healing greater or just normal?
It is 1d4 plus 1.
Hooray.
Bad, pretty basic. Not bad, not bad.
Nobody die.
Sick. All right.
These are very much emergency potions. They are not made for being tough enough.
Ariga, thanks for nothing, Dr. Soma.
Unfortunately, healing objects and the sort are becoming increasingly rare with diminishing resources. Clerical powers, which we have based most of our hospitals off of, are slowly fading away as the gods are dead. But they is still some source of divine power, and it must be coming from the wastes. That's one of the reasons we have the Wayfinders. Find out where whatever divine power we have left is, and hopefully we can harness it so that we can keep our hospitals running.
Okay.
Do you have any questions before I send you off into the wastes tomorrow morning?
Yes, how long will you be out there for?
Oh, until your job's done. You're heading to the other side of the Bastion Mountains.
So we're never coming back.
Jesus, no! I hope not. No.
We are going back. How many books do I need? I need 1, 2, that's... Noah, you can a lot of stuff, right?
Yes, I can carry a lot of stuff.
Cool, I'll just bring my entire library. Okay, cool.
Maybe let's stop bringing stuff that's going to weigh us.
You're gonna get sand in your books.
I don't believe it's a good idea for the forward group to be carrying an entire library with them. However, we can force Mr. Ferguson's group to carry it.
Ah, perfect.
They could just load it onto one of their carts. They could just load a bunch of books onto one of their carts.
Well, I can also advise if once we're pinned down and run out of sandbags, we can use books.
Oh, no!
I thought that would be tactical. I apologize.
Way down. Oh my god. Mr. Ferguson, do you have any people you trust with your life?
Anyone I give enough money to?
Oh my god, you're useless. Okay, I'll bring a couple books with you. And I'll let them
Probably,
know.
All right.
a good idea.
In that case, if there's no other questions, I'm going to dismiss you for the evening, and you will be leaving in the morning.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So, Noah, what do you do the evening before you head out into the wastes to prepare?
Oh, what does our sweet little android boy do?
It could be as simple as, I'm just going to sleep.
I guess he's just, I don't know, I guess he'll wander and I guess check out his gear he got. He's like, is my sweet katana in a good shape? Is my shield looking dope? What about my armor? Should I oil up my armor? Like, what? So I will do a systems check and a weapons check. Yes.
Your system and your weapons are all working fine.
Yeah.
The only thing about your system that's weird is when the Warforged were created, they were just kind of mindless fighting machines, and over the past decade, some of them have begun walking out of the wastes, quote-unquote, awakened with a personality and dreams and hopes. But all the ones that have walked out of the waste like that have had crystals glowing yellow or blue or red. The crystal in your chest, you're awakened, you have sentience, but it's not glowing.
Okay. Interesting.
That's the only weird thing about your systems check.
Huh. Oh, there we go.
Taijin,
Guess everything's okay?
what are you doing tonight?
I guess he has to go home. He's taking the long way.
I mean, Dr. Soma says you could just stay in a dorm if you want.
We're doing that then. Thank God. He brought all his stuff with him, so he's sleeping. He's just gonna go to a dorm. He definitely brought at least a book or two on the waist. He's just gonna read it until he gets tired and then just go to bed.
Alright, the dorm you're staying in is a double. How's it going, bunk buddy?
Just like yell. That's what I would do.
He looks so defeated.
He should have just went home.
He should have just went home.
We could stay up all night telling stories and talking about chicks.
He just looks at the window. He just looks up like to general nothing and just goes, "Why? What did I do to deserve this? Why am I being punished? I'm a good person."
Oh my god.
I'm going to read my book, and then I'm going to sleep. I'm also not interested in girls.
Nice. Nice.
Alright, I'm just going to pull a curtain over my bed. Don't mind the baloney.
What?
Ty's gonna go sleep outside.
As you go to sleep...
What story is he on? Like, what floor is he on?
It's the second floor.
Alright,
Just pushed him out the window. Yeah, you're right.
he's just gonna leave, go outside, and tree, go to sleep there.
As you go to step outside,
No.
Dr. Soma catches you in the hallway. She is in fluffy onesie with bunny slippers, still wearing her lab coat for some reason. Oh,
You have some
sounds
interesting
like
choice in
a
pajamas,
doctor.
Dr. Soma.
Taijin, what seems to be the problem?
Oh, my dorm mate smells like mustard.
Ah, I understand. As you are in the tree, you do see a bright light from your room, and suddenly Mr. Ferguson is in his bed, in the middle of the quad of the campus for the Wayfinder Academy. No blankets, no nothing, trying to make a bologna sandwich in his bed.
Oh.
Why?
Quad?
Nice. Why?
He is far from you, but it seems like he has been kicked out of his room.
He's just gonna look at him, shake his head, just lean back in the tree, hoping he's not noticed.
Yeesh.
It is very obvious your room is now safe from Mr. Ferguson if you want to go to sleep there.
Okay, he's going back then, thank God.
Is the smell gone?
Is the
from
smell
room?
gone, though? Wait.
Just open a window.
Roll a smell
Open
check.
put on a fan.
Smell check.
He's gonna get some.
Yeah, you know
he's gonna
what?
get some from
Roll
Breeze.
me a perception check.
Oh, God.
With advantage, you've got a cat's nose.
He is a cat. 23.
23.
All right.
You
I love that.
notice the after effects of the smell prestidigitation in your room. Someone has gone through the trouble of like kicking Mr. Ferguson out and removing the smell.
He just looks up and goes, "Thank you. Thank you."
Cosmos, what are you doing before bed the night before you head into the wastes?
Did we decide that we're all like staying in the dorms, or were we up? We just had the option to go home, or
You have the option to go home if you need to, or stay at the dorms. It's your choice.
okay. Cosmos is gonna go home, and then just like do some last minute packing of just like he's gonna take like a small portrait of his brother and pack it with him, and then he's probably just gonna meditate a little bit and go to bed. That's it.
As you're packing, you do notice a fairly familiar sight. There is a shadow sitting on your bed wrapped in a Grim Reaper's cloak with a scythe over its shoulder. Much different scythe than the one your brother used, obviously. Its bony hands are just wrapping together its fingers, steepling.
This is something that I see all the time.
It's not only something you see all the time, it's something that you're able to actively summon with your cleric spells.
Okay.
This is some sort of leftover servant of your god. Your god may be dead, the god of death itself may be dead, but one of her servants still follows your commands when it can muster the strength to.
You can muster the strength.
Stop.
Let's get out.
Another
Good night,
quick
everybody.
question. Is this this is silly, but would Cosmos is this something that I would know that I can talk to? Can I converse with it, whether it's one-sided or not?
You can converse with it, though it is one-sided. It
Okay.
will like wave its hand or whatever, but it seems labored doing so. If you are not actively using a prayer to power it, its mere existence seems nearly labored.
Okay. So he's gonna like as he's packing, he's not gonna look up. He knows it from the side of his eye peripherals, and he's just gonna be like, we've got a lot of work to do tomorrow. I hope you're ready.
Ooh.
It shoots up the horns. It's hand and fingers made entirely of bone.
Perfect.
Is it like a sweet guitar riff when it does it?
You actually hear "Don't Fear the Reaper" in the background.
Nice. I love this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Cosmos would probably converse with him on numerous occasions, so he'd probably just talk a little bit, obviously one-sided, and then he has no friends, no family, so he's just talking with him, and then he'll go to bed when he's done.
Thurndell, what are you doing your last night?
She catches up with, I think, Mr. Ferguson when he's first leaving.
She's like, "Excuse me, sir. I do need a carriage to my tower tomorrow morning just to pick up some of the books that I'm going to bring."
Yeah, sure. Tell the person. Oh, wait, that's my job.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
All right, what kind of carriage do you want?
It has to be waterproof, which I know is rather ironic because my hair is water, but it needs to be waterproof. It needs to have enough space for books. I need probably like 1 ton of books. That's not that bad, right?
Jesus.
A ton of space for books, please. If you could bring that to my cabin, in my tower, it's Old Crane's Tower. I think you probably know of it, unless you don't know a map.
Do you know who I am?
Therendel, make an insight check.
Oh, let's see what's this. I'm excited for these rolls.
Why did I do this? I got a 10.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's totally gonna remember all this. It doesn't matter that he hasn't been writing any of it down, and the fact that he might be, like,
Oh no.
picking his nose while you're talking.
Oh,
You're not getting shit.
like just fling it in the direction.
To Wizard Tower tomorrow morning before we leave.
Yep, sure, got it.
Okay, perfect. I will have to go and prepare my books then. This is all very exciting. She shimmies on over to the Wizard Tower, and there she is going through her books. And I think she right now has a little bit of a list of the books which disappeared and books which mysteriously reappeared.
All right, nothing matches that list. In fact, the books that are there, you don't recognize any of them. All of the books that you know about are missing. There is a whole set of new books there, and a few of them have library cards in the back of them saying that they're 6 years late.
Yikes!
I think she goes through a roller coaster of emotions while going through all these books and trying to organize them. At one point, she's probably just sitting on the floor of her tower, just crying, and Isa, her octopus, is just kind of like patting her head. Finally, she takes all the books which she thinks are new / library books. She doesn't want to be caught with evidence in the city. And she puts them near the door of the tower so she can load them up to the cart, which is totally coming tomorrow morning.
Totally.
Totally.
So you all rest and wake up. It's a fairly innocuous morning. Therendel, there is a cart outside of your tower, but it is not waterproof. It does not have a roof to it. Anything past I need a cart has just been ignored. Cosmos, you wake up. There's no issues with you. The Reaper figure is gone, but you know that you can summon it anytime you need it. Noah and Tai Jin, you guys wake up on campus. There is a continental breakfast for both of you. Bagel, some orange juice, one of those shitty make-your-own-omelet stations that's never really as good as it sounds.
Kai would have definitely woken up earlier, gotten a little meditation in, and a jog or two around campus before going to eat.
Fantastic. As you are jogging around campus, you do recognize Dr. Soma is actually doing the same thing. Seems like she's trying to keep herself in shape.
On your left.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, sure. Make me an athletics check.
Baby!
Yo, she's gonna beat your ass.
I don't know about that.
Oh.
21.
24. Yes.
Shit.
Now on your left.
He just gives her like a nod of respect as she passes.
And you do notice every time her foot touches the ground, there is a little bit of magic coming off of her feet.
Sneaky. So I guess I'll meet up with Taijin at Continental Breakfast whenever that is. Whenever Taijin comes.
You would like to depending on how big the campus is, 2 or so labs or whatever.
Yeah, the campus size is about 2 miles, so you get your.
2 laps.
Yeah, you get a nice sweat going before breakfast.
So I guess this is just personally just all for just Taijin and visual stuff. I guess somehow just like Noah has some sort of like this just breakfast burrito. He just kind of made it himself, and he just kind of just shoves it into his mouth all in one go.
So what's particularly weird about this continental breakfast, and Therendel and Cosmos, you guys are also invited to this continental breakfast once you're done waking up and stuff. What's weird about this continental breakfast is there's about 165 people at it.
Oh, it's probably the whole crew.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of them are talking about shipping out tomorrow, and a few of them salute the four of you as you go and get your food. And they salute Mr. Ferguson, but they're saluting with just a middle finger.
I guess I see this and I'm like, oh, I need to blend in, so I'll just follow him.
Okay, is anyone else comforted with the fact that they also don't like him?
Honestly, I'm a little comfortable with it.
Dr. Soma's getting her eggs. Nobody likes him.
Oh.
Doesn't mean he was divorced 3 times.
I guess I'll meet up with the party and be like, you guys should eat. Eat up and get lots of strength for our adventure to come.
Whatever breakfast means there are just has like palate complete.
Just shove the burrito into my mouth and just like in one and I'm like, I'm not required to eat, but I do it to blend in.
Cosmos has
to eat.
No,
Cosmos has no appetite, but he's definitely sneaking some breakfast potatoes in his pouch.
All right,
What's that? Emergency supplies.
Emergency supply.
All right, you have some emergency breakfast potatoes.
That's not going to hurt us in the end if animals tracking that or anything. It's fine.
I'll eat them. They're just my talk.
Arendel's chewing on some toast while asking Noah some questions. So, like, if you don't need to eat, why are you eating?
Oh, it's to blend in. He's just shoving entire fruit into his mouth.
Where does it go?
Where does the food go?
I'm very certain that I learned that it can just be processed into a quick biofuel if need be, but I don't require to eat at all.
That's really weird.
Shoving plates and sandwiches into my mouth, just like holes.
Wait,
no. You don't need to eat that much.
Don't eat the plates. You can eat the stuff on top of it.
Oh, correct. Oh,
there you go.
Do people not eat plates? I apologize. No. Oh,
we don't. Now, will you die if I dissect you?
Arendelle.
Good luck finding I suppose. Good luck finding a scalpel that can pierce my flesh.
Dr. Soma just kind of pokes over another table. Unless you know how to put them back together properly, the Warforged do tend to perish if you take them apart.
That sounds like a challenge to me.
Just kind of like my arm real quick. Look at my hand.
How about no dissecting our fellow adventurers till after the mission?
Okay, to the mission.
So, after you finish breakfast, your send-off is fairly unceremonious. Your mission is actually not being publicly talked about. Normally, new wayfinders are mentioned in the newspaper the day before they leave, but because you possibly doing something that's never been done before, they don't want to get the populace's hopes up if something does go wrong. You are simply given a map and a direction you need to head. It's only going to be about 3 days travel into the wastes before you meet up with the camp of the other wayfinders. There at the camp, your guide will lead you to the village found in the wastes.
Is Mr. Ferguson going to be with us for this leg of the journey?
Mr. Ferguson will be a day's travel behind the four of you.
Oh, so we get a whole day to ourselves.
Yes, he is. You get the entire trip to yourselves. He is going to him and the rest of the research team are going to catch up with you at the camp of the other Wayfinders, and then once again you are going to travel a day before they do. You will always be a day before them to clear out any problems, and they are going to follow the exact path you take. So for the entirety of this adventure, everybody else is going to be about a day behind you, unless, you like, fall into a ravine or something and they think you're dead.
Like, well, they went to the ravine. I guess we gotta follow, guys.
That was quite specific, DM.
It wasn't meant to be specific. It's just like, if you're in a situation where they think you're dead, you can't be like, well, I'm going to wait, like, all I have to do is wait before I enter this green dragon's cave that I fell into. But no. All it takes is, they're always going to be about a day behind you for the entirety of this adventure.
Okay.
Which means during long rests, you'll probably have time to roleplay with members of this team, as well as everybody's favorite, Mr. Ferguson.
Duh! Yes! Fan
Gotta
favorite,
love it.
Mr. Ferguson.
Don't worry, I plan on being part of this story for a very long time.
Accidents happen in the waste.
The whole party goes chaotic evil real quick.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Fergusons.
Oh no.
So you would have divorced 3 times. How is that not bad?
Quiet, you.
Mr. Ferguson, if you are the king's nephew, I assume those marriages were arranged, and they did not like you at all.
They were not arranged. I wooed you with my charm and muscle. And then they realized, then they betrayed me. It's not that they realized that I'm a coward. It's not that, when we got mugged, it's not that during my 3rd marriage, when we were being mugged, I ran away and left her to deal with the muggers herself.
Mr. Ferguson.
My sensors tell me you're lying.
Quiet, you.
Oh.
No insight check needed.
Yeah, there's no need for an insight check. He was being oddly specific.
Lying.
That's very specific, Mr. Ferguson.
In fact, it was actually in the newspapers. His ex-wife, beat up all 3 muggers, Batman style, and, rescued some neighbor kids in the process. Complete badass. And Mr. Ferguson ran away crying with a trail of urine behind him.
Okay, but
shortly after...
Can you have her instead of Mr. Ferguson?
No, unfortunately, she's already in the wastes with my other 2 ex-wives.
Nice.
Are they together?
All 3 of them decided to team up after the divorces. All 3 divorces went through.
Good for them.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, but they did marry you initially, so let's see how long they'll last out there.
I have faith in them, honestly.
Well, you see, if I suck in my gut, I sound like this. And, he sucks in his gut, and he looks almost like Gaston. He is using his plate mail as a corset at this point, and his fat seemed to have traveled from his stomach to his biceps.
I hate it.
Kaijen's gonna poke him in the side.
Immediately, it all falls out of place.
I hate it
with his quarterstaff,
so
there's an action to touch him.
Yeah, immediately it all falls out of place. It looks like it takes a great deal of concentration for him to look like a human being for more than 5 seconds. Instead of this fat, balding, mustachioed, mustard-smelling, greasy...
He's got a mustache?
Yeah, he's got the full-on,
handlebar?
No, not handlebar. It ends right about here. It's a porn... It looks like a porn stash.
Almost like Hulk Hogan, but not really Hulk Hogan. Gotcha.
Beautiful.
All right. Yikes.
All right. So, you guys head out, and your first steps into the waste. You've gone on into the wastes before, on guided trips while you were in the Wayfinder Academy. They're not going to make you do your first walk into the wastes on your own. But walking out there without a guide, it's a little weird the first time you do it. There's fog everywhere, and if it wasn't for the fact that you had a map and there was years and years and years of etched out paths in front of you, within minutes it would be easy to get lost and not know where you are. But you follow the map and you follow the path in front of you. And you travel unbothered. For 3 days straight, you travel unbothered.
Thank God.
And then you finally start to head towards the camp. It's a camp that was run by wayfinders, and there's supposed to be a kobold waiting at this camp. But the scene you get is not what it should be. There's blood splatters everywhere coming from the tents and the carriages, supplies burnt and raided. There's blood near the well where they were washing their clothes, and the camp is empty. If all of you would open the battle map that I sent you.
Swanky, swanky.
Swanky
battle map. Swanky battle map.
Yeah, are we all where we should be, or should we?
You can
I'm
move.
just gonna wander.
You can move yourselves wherever you want. Right now, you're just kind of trying to investigate the area.
I must looks around and she goes.
You're moving so fast.
So I think as they enter the camp, and something isn't right. Is it?
Was it the blood splatters or the lack of people?
I think both, actually. She peers into
Bravo.
the tent.
Where do you go?
I peer into this tent over here.
That's a wagon that you're standing by.
Okay.
So, as you look into the wagon, it looks like most supplies that are of any value have been stolen. There's a little bit of food left. This wagon, right?
Yep.
There's a little bit of food left in it, but not much else besides that.
Looks like they were robbed, which is very suspicious because they're a camp of wayfinders, so I would think they'd be strong enough to not get robbed.
Anything can happen out here.
Can I go up to the something that's covered in blood and just see, like, is it fresh? Is it dried?
Yeah, give me a little investigation check.
Well, gotta love my +0. I got a 9.
9? With a 9, you're at least able to tell the blood's still wet.
Ooh.
I think it might be recent that
Yummy.
this happened. Everybody.
Ty draws his quarter stuff to have it ready
Alright.
as he's investigating this little pile he's near of stuff.
Yeah, you know what? Give me an investigation check on that pile.
Investigation. 11.
11? I mean, there's a battle axe over here. But besides that, there's a couple of fruit. There's some alcohol. Mostly looks drank. Smashed barrels smell of liquor.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't really tell much else.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to hog you. Can I look around just or listen in to the atmosphere around us to see if I hear anybody far off or
Yeah, you know what? Give me a perception check real quick.
19.
19?
Nice.
You do hear some rustling in the woods.
Oh shit. Guys.
Noah, what are you investigating? Because it would have taken you a while to do this.
It's all right. I was gonna be like, look at this cute little fish pond, but I guess I'm looking if there's any pattern of like where the blood has been sprayed, or like if I've seen like maybe like I guess would look like maybe a body, like I guess like crushed down grass, like dragged through whatever the field and stuff. Yeah.
Give me an investigation check with advantage.
Sure. Can do.
You're gonna get two different things from depending on how high you roll.
Okay, cool. A 12.
With a 12, you're able to tell that most of the blood splatters look like the person was running away, as if they were unprepared without weapons in hand, like an ambush. And you see something floating in the pond that they were washing their clothes on.
Oh.
It's a bottle.
Oh. I guess I'll reach for it.
Awesome. You find it looks like whoever raided this camp must have missed it or dropped it in the pond. You find a bottle of expensive rare whiskey worth 10 gold.
Ooh. Sure. I'll put it in my little backpack.
Backpack.
What's an android gonna do with that?
All right.
Share it with his party members.
Is anyone else investigating before we resolve Cosmos's role?
Oh, no.
Tyler.
Yep.
You
Go
go
for it.
first. Go for it.
Farendale wants to check out if there's any books in the area, specifically spell books.
There is not a single fucking book.
There has to be some. I mean, there must have been wizards and the Wayfinders. Whoever robbed this must have robbed them with all the books. They have good taste.
Tried to
How
shake some head.
devastating.
Nerd.
Taijin, is there anything else you want to investigate before we
Yeah, you
resolve?
go to this little tent area over here and peek in.
Excellent. Give me a very low DC investigation check.
Bum bum bum.
Ah. 19.
Ooh.
There is somebody crying under the bed.
Yikes.
Mr. Ferguson.
No, they're a day behind us, but it would be funny if it was.
Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Ty's gonna calmly walk in and go, out loud, are you okay?
Hello?
What's happened?
You see a small, rosy-cheeked halfling head poke out from under the bed.
No.
He's just gonna...
He's got braided pigtails and seems to be wearing leather armor with a dagger clenched in her hand.
I'm not here to hurt you.
Are you the team we were supposed to meet?
Yes.
We
I'm sorry we got here too late.
I couldn't even see what came at us. It was a complete ambush. The other three Wayfinders are dead.
Oh, Tinka disappeared. Oh.
Up to the back.
Tinka's back.
Welcome back.
I'm back. I apologize.
How dare you? No, it's-
Technical difficulties happen. Real life comes first, always.
It just shows that we're real.
Yeah.
I even moved the router next to my computer.
We're getting you an Ethernet cable. It's fine.
Next time, yeah.
Next purchase.
Anyway, this halfling girl, crying and stuttering, goes, They ambushed us. We didn't even see them coming. Everyone's dead except for the guy. They took him in a cage, and that's when Cosmos notices from the wood line that rustling you heard.
Bum bum bum.
Oh, jeez.
And then from another side of the woods.
Bum bum
You
bum.
shot
Oh.
And from another side of the woods.
Huh?
Oh.
Oh no!
And Taijin, as you hear the screaming, you run out of the camp and you see coming from behind the tent.
Ah!
Oh my god, Cosmos immediately throws up. He throws up.
Because you rolled well enough on your perception check, they do not get a surprise round. They will have to roll initiative like everybody else. But that's where we're going to take our break.
Just before we take a break, I was going to say, look at all these beautiful boys!
Look at all those chickens.
You are surrounded by goblins. There is at least 5 of them in heavy armor, and one of them seeming to be some kind of a spellcaster, covered in pages of books, of torn up books, that they seem to be using to cast their magic.
It's personal now.
Therendel, if you could guess, those were the books stolen from this camp.
Oh my god. Okay, we're getting...
That is where we're going to take our break. We will be back at 9:25. During our break, you're going to see a number of ads for projects that our players are involved in. Please check them out when you have the chance. Thank you, and see you guys in a bit.
Woohoo!
9:25, we said, right?
Yes.
You said it, bro.
Okay, see you, cat.
I think you should have kept him.
Her.
Her, excuse me.
And we are back. When we last left off, literal swarm of goblins flooded out of the woods to ambush our heroes. They did not get a surprise attack because of Cosmos's perceptive, cowardly eyes.
You got it.
Who's a bigger coward, Mr. Ferguson or Cosmos? You decide.
We just don't know.
We'll soon find out.
And now it's time for everyone to roll for initiative.
God, I got one.
Wait
in the chat.
Wait, and I'll call on each of you. I got to give the NPCs their scores first.
Oh, nice.
I'll take that.
It's getting...
I don't care.
All right. Cosmos, what did you get?
11.
Noah, what did you get?
Got a 20, but it's initiative, so 22.
Fantastic. Taijin, what did you get?
18.
Farendel, what did you get?
I got a 2.
All right. So that means at the top of the order is Noah.
That's me.
What's that like done?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Out here taking handwritten notes, y'all. Will I be able to read them? I don't know.
I moved so far away from everybody.
Your entire party is scattered. There are goblins coming from every direction. The heavily armored goblins are very obviously more powerful than the light armored goblins, and to the south there is a single goblin chieftain that seems to have some sort of magical capabilities.
Oh my god.
He will unga when we bunga.
I like the little hat.
Bunga bunga.
I just want to look at this cute little pond and all these goblins that come ruin my day.
How dare you?
Jerk.
Rude.
Rude. Leave my curious warforged boy alone.
So are you holding your action? Are you ending your turn? What are you doing?
I'm gonna attack them head on! I don't think I should do that! Yeah, I think I'm gonna collapse back towards the fire pit and be like, yikes.
Alright, each square is 5 feet, so move
Correct,
as much of
so
your
that's-
movement as you want.
Bum, bum, bum.
We can move diagonal, right?
Yes, you
Yes.
could absolutely move diagonal.
Just checking. Thanks.
You don't see squares, though, marked out, right?
No, there's squares.
There's
Yeah,
squares.
There's grid.
There's
There's grid. There
squares.
should be a grid, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't see it on me.
How much is my movement? Not too much because I'm like a big clunky boy. So yeah, I'm gonna.
I'm
Yeah,
missing
I think I'm gonna backtrack towards Taijin here. So just
Hey, man.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Checks.
5, and 6 right here. Boom at my feet. Yep, and I will hold my. Yeah, I mean that's my that's my win and my turn there. Yeah.
Alright. Next up is the goblins.
Oh, what?
Not
The goblins?
Not the heavily armored goblins or the shaman, but the regular goblins.
Oh, thank God.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're all going to march toward you guys.
I'm gonna throw rocks at Cosmos. Light them up.
For some reason,
Oh
I'm
my
not
God.
seeing the grid line, so if I mess up and go and count incorrectly, just let me know.
Alright,
got
it.
will do. Alright, next up is Taijin.
Alright. I gotta count real quick. I can make it. I am a monk. We'll go here So Therendil is blocked. Can I still attack that boy there, or should I be in the square up?
You would need to be one square up.
That is fine. I'm still blocking Therendil. Alright, let's do a smack, y'all.
Roll to attack.
Alright, math.
First hit of the night. Let's fucking do it.
Be good to me, Dice.
Got him.
Okay. There's an 18 hit.
Absolutely, it's a goblin.
Just check. Listen, I'm gonna ask that, and you're gonna say no one day.
You're right.
Alright, so first smack does math 8 damage.
So what are you
quarterstaff.
smacking with? With the quarterstaff? So
Yeah,
you poke your quarterstaff into the ground, and the goblin steps back, and you immediately press on the back of the quarterstaff, forcing it to shoot up, catching the goblin in the jaw. The jaw keeps going up while its head stays still. The jaw is no longer part of its body. The goblin stares at you, trying to scream without a jaw before falling to the ground.
Yikes! Poor guy.
He did.
Alright,
Hell
I have movement still, and I can do it. I'll step up that one more, and go to punch, or kick, either one. The other one.
Punch.
22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yep. And that is a... Pointy boy, don't fail me. Aha! 7 damage.
Alright. So, as you bring your quarterstaff up on the first one, you then slam it on the floor and vault yourself off of it, flipping in the air, landing feet first on the top of this goblin's head. While the first one lost the bottom of its jaw, this second one, the head just shrinks down, removing its neck. You see bits of its spine poking out of the lower back of it as this one just slumps over on the floor.
Whew.
Yikes.
Yike. And then he's just gonna stand at the ready with his quarterstaff.
My God.
Crunchy.
Alright.
First kill!
First dose kills.
First double kill!
Double kill.
It's fine, I'll die. It's gonna happen. I'm waiting for it. Next!
With that, it is the Goblin Shaman's turn.
Gosh darn it.
Shoot, go away, Goblin Shaman. Go away. Shoot.
Spritz him with water.
And it is not going to cast anything right now.
He's just lurking ominously.
He knows better.
Yeah, it's going to hold its action.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Cosmos, it's your turn.
Okay. So after he throws up from anxiety, let's move.
That's your whole turn.
Come on, Cosmos! Twist his dick!
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna go next to my buddy Noah.
Oh, hello, friend. I guess with his body still forward, his head just turns to you. Hello, friend.
Hello. Protect me, please.
Can do.
Let me move over here. So I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on this little goblin over here.
All right. What's the range on Toll of the Dead?
It's 60.
Oh yeah, you absolutely can reach with that.
Okay, and they have to. The target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw, or take 1d8 necrotic damage.
All right, they completely botched that saving throw, so roll your damage.
3 damage.
3 damage.
So you close your eyes for a second, and a tome in front of you appears, and from the tome, a figure in a black cloak comes along. and it rushes across the fire, and the grass beneath it begins to turn brown and die. As it reaches into this goblin's chest, the veins begin to contract, and its skin ages and begins to droop before the hooded figure disappears. The goblin is still alive, but not looking too happy with what just happened.
Thank God. And I end my turn.
I lay myself face down.
Alright. And that is the armored goblin's turns.
Just a big boy.
But I forgot they were right behind us. No one protect me!
It's like whatever what Cosmos did that round. It's like the equivalent of, like, you know, when you're in the shower with your bros and one of them gets like the rolled up towel and like spanks you. Gotcha, buddy. He's just upset with you, like, oh well, chill.
Most of them are taking the dash action just to, like, get into range to fight next turn. But this one, 2, 3, 4, 5, gets into
Taijin.
range to attack you, Taijin.
Slap him back. Slap him back. Slap him
I'm gonna
back.
try.
Only a 13 on his first attack.
Oh, you said first. You said first.
Oh.
Does the 13 hit?
No.
Okay. And only a 7 on his second attack. As he swings his scimitar at you twice, you manage to deftly dodge out of the way.
There's 3 of them over here. That's unsettling.
Look, the map was designed with points that you could create as choke points or could be used as choke points against you.
No, not again.
Oh.
Therendel, it's your turn.
Get him, Therendel!
I'm backing up towards my good friend Noah.
I'm so glad you trust me. Damn.
No, I like you too, Titan. Don't worry. He's kidding. So I'm backing 1, 2, 3, 4. I was 30. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think she'll go right here. Because Ray of Frost onto Goblin right here. I'm not sure if you can see me.
Which goblin?
It's like kind of close, not the one right in front of Taijin, but the one which is like a little bit north.
Yeah, that one.
All right, so I believe I roll Ray of Frost first.
All right.
What does B mean? Does that mean I get a D20?
Yeah?
I got a B when I rolled it.
That means you got a natural 20. Now, normally D&D does not allow you to crit on spells. I personally love the idea of people critting on spells. So a house rule is if your spell does have a spell attack that you have to roll, you are able to crit on it. So roll your damage twice.
Oh, yeah!
That is our house rule.
So I got 2d8 cold damage.
Nice.
So that's 3 and 5, so 8, and then I can do another one?
Yes.
No. 2D, is Ray of Frost a cantrip?
Yes. Oh, 1d8, yes.
Yeah.
Why did I roll
Oh,
twice?
I was like, what?
Yeah, I had you roll twice
So-
because you crit.
Yeah, since it crit and beyond, it rolled twice for you.
Oh, that's brilliant. Alright, so I got 8 damage on this guy.
Alright, so it gets hit with this blast of frost, which seems to freeze the armor to its shoulder. And it just kind of tries to brush it off, but you hear a tearing sound as he tries to shrug his shoulder to brush it off.
Oh!
And then some whimpering as blood drips from the shoulder that he tried to bully through.
Yikes.
Alright, that is back to the top of the order with you, Noah.
Welcome up, Noah! I'm not a big fan of this group coming towards us, but I should...
Which one? There's a few.
the South group, and oh man, this group's over to. Oh, goodness. Do you want some help, Taijin? I could come and help you.
Maybe use your bow.
Right. Oh, I do have a crossbow. That I do.
He's
Goodness.
like shaking only a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna just pull up my shield and my sweet ass katana and like just charge on in. Oh my goodness. My brain hurts. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm gonna try to throw in.
Where are you charging, Noah?
Brain. Exactly. Brain.
Brain.
2, 3. No, because even if I make it to Taijin, I won't be able to hit anything at all. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna end up going up here. I should be holding. Oh, I was here, right? I was here.
Yeah, you were there.
2, 3, 4. Yep, 5 is here, and I can hit this. I can hit this guy right here. Right, this guy.
You would need to. You can move diagonally. You cannot attack diagonally unless you have a spear.
Oh,
or
then,
a weapon that hits within.
Then I will move up one. Actually, no, I'll move right here. There you go. Boop. There you go. Yes. I will swing at him with my sweet old sword. Let's do this. All right, let's go.
Heck him up.
Time to roll poorly. It is the way. No. You will. Yeah, longsword. We'll do longsword. I got my shield up. Got my shield up. Let's do this. Boom. Oh, nope. That's an 8.
You swing at it with your longsword, and it raises its shield, catching your blade right in it.
Oh, sad face, sad noises. All right, yeah. That's my turn then, yeah.
All right, with that, the tiny goblins begin to move.
No.
I left my buddies unprotected. That is my fault. That is completely my fault.
Yeah,
One track mind, y'all.
1, 2, 3,
The sad blue
4,
casters
5.
just
Oh no!
rude.
The moment it gets closer, I'm just screaming.
Just gonna shit.
Yo, wasn't there a halfling girl inside there? She can help us.
All right.
We're gonna go in there with her.
You mean the traumatized one?
Ferndale, does a 10 hit your AC? I'm guessing not.
It doesn't hit.
Okay. Cosmos, does a 17 hit your AC?
Yes!
Take 3 damage as an arrow catches you in the, nicks your shoulder.
Oh
no!
It's anime, only nicks, only shoulder nicks here.
A second arrow is fired from one of the goblins behind him.
What?
Barely missing the top of your head, and then a third arrow seems to be trying to be fired, but this goblin right here breaks its bowstring, trying to fire, and
this little goblin
goes to switch to its scimitar.
Oh no!
Scimitar?
I need my emergency potatoes.
Noah.
Yes.
The goblin that just tried to move close to you knocks its bow.
Okay.
You get into a defensive stance, and you seem nearly impenetrable with your thick half plate and heavy shield in front of you. The arrow arcs into the air and somehow catches you right in the neck in between where your plates meet.
Yikes!
They rolled a natural 20.
Oh, here we go!
For a total of 11 damage as the arrow catches a wire.
Yikes!
Oh my
11?
god.
Oh, yike! Yeah, I'll take it.
Yike, yike.
Taijin, that is your turn.
Wrong tab.
Ooh, not looking hot for me already.
Well, if I back up, he gets attack of opportunity, so let's try to kill him. Let's see what happens.
Kill him. Kill him.
Slap him on the butt. Give him a good old good game. Good game.
Slap him on the bum bum. 24, which I'm assuming hits.
Does a 24 hit?
I'm hoping.
Yes, a 24 hits your level 2 encounter.
I'm making sure, okay? 11 damage on the flap quarterstaff to the in front of me.
Wow! Holy shit!
I rolled an 8.
Yeah, he is not looking good.
Thank God. All right, let's take him out then, please. 22 to
That
hit.
hits.
Nice.
Are you sure you guys are level 2?
Right?
I'm
I have
definitely.
a +5. I'm sorry.
There was
And-
a reason Dr. Philip picked up.
Yeah,
Amazing.
6 more damage with his fisticuffs.
So you crack him in the side of the head with your staff, and the helmet dents in and covers its ability to see. It drops its weapons and tries to bend its helmet so that it can see again. And when it does, the tips of your fingers are right at eye level, and you extend your claws, and it just slumps over, blood pouring from its helmet.
Oh, yeah.
Damn. Brutal.
Good job.
Brutal.
Get wrecked.
So it's dead.
Yeah, no.
No.
So
He's just-
Ty's just gonna
he's just
walk back
sleeping.
up a little.
He's
Just so
very
he's a
dead.
little just so he's a little closer to the group in case something happens.
Yes.
Yeah. To back up a little.
Right?
All right.
Next
He
up
lays himself face down. It's his turn.
is the Goblin Shaman.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Stink man. Stinky man.
How's that work?
You just forget it. It doesn't happen.
Shut
That's
up!
You
rude.
forgot.
You
It doesn't
forget it. Doesn't happen.
All right.
Damn.
No, it works.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Hey, Cosmos, does an 18 beat your AC? A vine covered in thorns shoots from the shaman's fingers, wrapping around Cosmos's neck. Hitting it for 5 damage. Hitting Cosmos for 5 damage as he drags you 10 feet towards him. It drags you directly into the fire.
What?
Are you resistant?
That is a
You're a
cantrip.
tiefling.
That is a you have whatever resistances you have on your car.
Oh, I am resistant to fire, but I'm not resistant to him pulling me.
Yeah, you're not resistant. You're not resistant to the 5 damage he just did either. And that is a cantrip called Thorn Whip. For those who are wondering how the fuck he did that.
Is
Oh,
that guy from what's his name from Yu Yu Hakusho?
Yes.
Kurama?
yeah.
Yes.
Wait, so is it still wrapped around me?
Narratively, yes, but actually, no.
Okay.
Nice.
Pure.
Resistant to peer pressure. What?
It's your turn after that too.
After that, it is your turn, Cosmos.
Yeah.
You're resistant to fire, right?
Yes.
Alright, then I'm not gonna make you take any damage for being dragged into the fire pit.
He's like, ooh, I already know I'm hot. Can you stop this?
This changed my path. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, so first I'm going to cast Toll the Dead
Alright.
on the one right in front of me.
Alright.
You.
I have to make some kind of saving throw?
Yeah, that's it. Does he Has he gotten damaged yet?
Yes, he's the one you hit earlier, and he got a 2 on his saving throw.
Okay, so I get, because he is fucked up, I get a 1d12. I'm gonna roll for that
instead of a d8. Yeah.
Wow.
Heck him up. Heck him up.
So fucking good.
I rolled a 4.
All right. So, here's what happens. As you are being dragged into the fire, the Grim Reaper figure that you keep summoning pops out of you, turns around, grabs you, puts you on your feet, turns to the goblin, grabs it with one hand, wraps its other arm around it, bends over backwards, and German suplexes it into the ground. Except the ground opens up into fire, and both the Grim Reaper and the Goblin disappear into it.
Ty sees him doing that and just takes notes.
I love my boy. Can I do a bonus action and then move, or do I have to move first? Or
you can do your actions in any order you want.
Okay. I'll wait for I'm back. I'm gonna move.
Welcome.
1, 2. I'm gonna move. Let me pick my boy up. I'm gonna move over here. And I'm going to cast.
Cool. When you move there, make a perception roll.
Perception.
Perception
roll.
16.
Cool. There are 3 more armored goblins in there, and they are going after that little hobbit.
It's inside there?
Yep.
Oh my god!
He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Bye.
There's more in here.
Can we get an F in the chat so that Pablo?
We're so bad at our job.
I immediately.
I'm going to use the little bard marker for the hobbit that was in the tent.
God. And as I am sobbing because I did not expect this, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself. It's just like, help me. I get +4. Sob, and I end my turn.
Excellent. All right.
Yike.
After Cosmos is the armored goblins.
Oh, here we go.
Matt, the one that I hit.
Goodbye, everybody.
The one that I hit has -10 movement for Ray of Frost. Speed is 10 feet until start of next turn. So that single one can move 10 feet less.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's fine. That's the maximum
Oh.
distance it would be able to move anyway. The 4 that are in the tent aren't going to take their turns yet because they don't know they've been found out. Or the 3 in the tent, I'm sorry.
Said there's a 4th one?
No, only 3.
Oh my gosh. I was about to just be like, oh no. And
All right. The first armored goblin boss takes a swing at Noah and whiffs. Takes a second swing at Noah and whiffs. The second one takes a swing at Noah and whiffs. The third one with a 20 to hit. Does 20 hit your AC?
Nope.
And
God, I love Noah.
And your level 2 also whiffs.
I fucking love Noah.
So just to peek behind the screen, I rolled a 17, 18, a 20, and the last one was like a 3, so I didn't even bother doing the math. But all of them were like, hey, if you're level 2, this shit's gonna suck. But because your AC is stupid...
Sorry.
Goddamn Warforged with their crazy AC bonuses.
So I was like, I'm gonna keep my shield for now.
Because your AC is insane, None of them hit despite rolling painfully
It's like
well.
funk, 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 clunk, clunk, bonk. I was like, yeah.
Therendel, it's your turn.
Did you move the one in the bottom left corner?
I forgot that one existed.
Gotta play fair. Gotta play fair.
Yes! Yes, Taijin, there is homework this weekend.
Boo! Teacher's pet! Boo!
God damn it! I also did not see him there.
I was staring at him the whole time. I'm like, what's happening with him?
What about that guy over there?
Look, I built this battle map when I was not entirely sober last night.
Hell yeah.
I forgot that goblin existed.
We can just pretend he's not there, though.
Alright, now Therendel, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna do magic missile. I'm
Okay.
gonna 2 for the goblin right in front of me, and then 1 for the shaman goblin.
Okay, roll your damage.
Yeah, go
Alright.
big, go home.
Magic missile. All right.
Come up.
Come up, we come up, we
Wait,
come
let
up.
me fucking wait. Go away, everything. Okay. There we go. Okay, I got 3. Do all of them come up at once? Should I just... Okay. Now I got a 1. And finally, I got a...
You got a 4, a 2, and a 3.
4, 2, and a 3. All
Yeah.
right.
I got you.
Let's do 4 and 2 to the... Let's do 4 and 3 to the goblin in front of me, because I want him to die. And then we'll do 2 to the one, which is the shaman one. To range of 60.
So, your little octopus familiar latches onto your shoulders and extends 2 of its tendrils off of your shoulders, almost like turrets. And pew, 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 they retract as these silvery bullets fire. 2 of them hitting the goblin in front of you in its 2 shoulders, completely removing the shoulders so that its neck is only attached to the rest of its body by a bit of the sternum, as the weight of the head tilts to the side and the goblin's head falls off. The third bolt continues forward through what used to be a goblin and makes a very sharp right, catching the shaman in the side of the head.
Nice.
The shaman just kind of looks over at you, pissed off.
I flip the shaman off.
Oh my god.
The shaman flips you off back.
Wizard battle!
Hey, fucking nerd. Fuck you.
I am
Nerd.
No, you're a fucking nerd. I could tell.
Yeah. Well, this guy thought so, I guess.
I bet you read books.
You don't read books.
Yeah, you're right. Books are made for armor, you fucking nerd. You use books to make clothes. Why are you a fucking nerd?
Yeah, we'll see who's talking at the end, you then.
You big bully!
Nerd. He begins chanting, nerd, 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 and the rest of the goblins join in, nerd, 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 and they look at Cosmos for peer pressure.
You hear Taijin under his breath, nerd.
He's intimidated, so he'll absolutely say, nerd. I'm sorry. Nerd.
It's fine. Taijin's a closet nerd.
So, Therendel, you are now being bullied by goblins and members of your own party.
Sorry.
Are these goblins broken? They keep saying the same thing over and over again. Oh no.
That's so funny.
Noah won't bully, it's okay. Noah won't bully, it's fine.
Back to the top of the order with you, Noah.
Hit him, Noah.
Kill them, please.
You've got you've got 2 armored goblins surrounding you, and one in the back with a bow drawn, all chanting the words "nerd, nerd, nerd, nerd" over
I guess for reaction, I'd be like, it's like, what is happening here?
Oh, we're making fun of the fucking nerd. Join in.
Oh, is that what people do? I guess this is what I want to shield. It's like, is that what people do?
They look at one another. Yeah, that's what heroes do.
Oh, heroes. Oh, okay. I guess I just Noah just has a big smile on his face now and just goes, nerd, and slaps the armor one right in front of him. Strikes good, just go. No, the one I tried swinging earlier, the one right above me.
Yeah, roll to attack.
It's like, nerd! Goodness. It wasn't gonna bully, but they had to play that card on me. I was like, oh, shit. Here we go. Let's do this, Boomfist!
Farendel's gonna have a villain arc.
Is it an 18 hit?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do this. I was like, they weren't armor, so I got a little worried. That's why. Oh, yeah, let's do this. Let's roll some damage. Roll.
Heck them up.
A 5.
5 damage?
Yep. And then heck it, I'll just do it. Fucking, let's go with that action surge! Let's go!
Alright, roll to attack again.
Let's go. Let's just blow it up. Let's blow it now. Blow your load, y'all. That's a 10. Damn.
So your first attack catches it right across the chest. Oh, what the fuck are you doing? I thought you were on our side now.
Yeah, nerd! That's what just says it's happening. I'm slicing again.
Actually, you know what? If you're yelling nerd, take your fucking second attack with advantage. They're fucking idiots at this point.
So just re-roll it?
Yeah,
re-roll that again? With
I'll
advantage?
let you roll
okay,
again.
sure. Sure. What am I doing? With advantage, you said?
Yeah, just roll it one more time.
One of them was a 20.
That 20 absolutely fucking hits. I can see your rolls on D&D Beyond sometimes. If I'm paying attention, and yeah, that nat 20 hits. Roll your fucking crit damage.
Oh my goodness! Just critical hit. It's 15.
Oh, so as you go for your second swing, and he's like, I thought you were on our fucking side. He actually raises his shield and catches that second swing. And then the shield just falls into 2 pieces, and your sword keeps going.
Yeah! Sweet ass ninja sword!
Right down the top.
Hell yeah!
As the goblin falls in 2.
Nerd.
I guess this happens, you get split up, and I'll stop and be like, am I doing the hero thing correctly?
Yes, you're doing great. Keep it up.
You're not doing job.
Are the other goblins horrified by this, I guess?
It seems as if they view one another as pretty fucking expendable.
That's so sad. Oh.
Where's the power of friendship?
If I move away from if I move away, will the guy with the bow get an advantage on me?
The guy with the bow won't, but the guy right above you would.
Oh, right, that's right. Yes.
He'll get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, then I'll hunker down here still then, yes.
Alright, you hunker down.
Nerd.
Oh, my voice cracked with that. Now it is the smaller goblin's turn. There's only 3 of them left. So,
Are we sure about that?
the smaller goblins, I'm pretty sure.
Another one is like in the wagon or something.
Just sleeping.
To save that halfling, but I'm not gonna do it.
I don't know what's there. You didn't tell anyone.
I know.
Yeah, we have no
I'll
idea.
give it up.
You're just crying and healing yourself. We have no idea.
It's like wiping his tears and his snot.
No, 2 arrows fly at you and just dink off the back of your plate mail before you even notice they're firing arrows. The third one still looks like he just finished restringing his bow.
Oh.
Taijin, it's your turn.
Nerd.
Oh, Sarah, no, we love you. I was peer pressured. They're doing it on purpose.
Ty noticed it worked out in their favor.
They said that I could be a hero. I give you the dearest apologies, Therendel.
So that was a dirty 20.
All right, that hits.
Yep, unnatural 20, mind you. So, 10 damage on the first thwack.
Holy fuck.
Rolled 7.
I love having a monk.
You're welcome.
Real good.
21 for the second one.
Also hits.
What?
And 5 more damage.
Oh!
He is looking right fucked up. The armor, which was originally too big for him, seems to be dented to the point where it fits him like a corset at this point.
He's alright.
Got any artists out there? I gotta get some corset goblin armor.
I'm on it.
Yes, thank you, Tinker. You were the best.
Oh my god.
And I think that's all I can do.
All right. In that case, it is the Lizard Folk Shaman's turn. The Lizard Folk Shaman looks at you, Therendel.
He's a lizard? I thought he was a
I'm sorry, not Lizard Folk. Goblin Shaman. Wow.
So that's worse.
I was like, oh, yeah, I was like, yikes.
Yeah, no, it's a Goblin Shaman. Sorry.
Oh, thank God.
You're good.
D&D Beyond has a create custom monster feature where you can take monsters and change their stats, and I just took a Lizard Folk Shaman and made it weaker and gave it different spells, but I forgot to change the name.
Oh, so then as you read it off, you're like,
Yeah,
yes.
the name is still Lizard Folk Shaman, but I had just used that as a basis to create my Goblin Shaman.
I got you.
So the Goblin Shaman looks at you, Therendel, and flips you off and takes a page of the book and begins chewing on it. And as it opens its mouth, it fires a magic missile.
Bro, this is personal.
No.
Therendel, you take 2 damage. Taijin, you take 4 damage.
Ow.
Cosmos, you take 2 damage. And that fell on the floor. You only get 3 missiles with a magic missile, right?
I think
Yes.
So.
Yes.
All right.
You might get more as you level up, but like
So
as of right now.
it turned and looked at Noah and tried to fire a 4th missile and realized that it only casted at 1st level instead of 2nd level.
Can I kind of like owl my head towards him and be like, it is you who is the nerd.
Fuck you! I'm not a nerd. I eat books. I don't read them. Fuck, man, you can get all the magic from a book just by eating it. That's how things work. You eat things and you learn.
Oh.
No, don't. He's an idiot.
Noah's getting ideas now. Noah's gonna start eating books now.
No, please don't teach the books. Please don't teach them.
Goblins.
Alright, that is 1 1st level spell gone from the shaman. Alright, with that, Cosmos, it's your turn.
Good luck, Cosmos.
Take by halflings to run away from the town.
I am very scared. Okay. This is what I'm going to do. Okay.
What did you
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to oh wait. Why can't I pick my boy up? Okay. 5 10 15. I'm gonna hang out behind Sarah. No, actually no. Right behind her.
You cannot occupy the same square.
Okay. And I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on the shaman.
Ooh.
So
Fancy.
I make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, he takes 4d6 radiant damage. Okay.
Fucking get him.
Oh wait, how do I? So I have to.
You roll a spell attack.
Okay, Do I have to roll? Don't I have to roll a d20 first to see if it hits?
You roll. That's a spell attack. You roll a
Yeah.
d20 plus your spellcasting modifier plus whatever.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'm still learning how to do it in
No problem.
D&D.
No problem.
17 hit.
On the shaman, absolutely.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 11 damage.
He did not fucking like that.
Oh no.
So you turn and you look at the shaman and you raise your hand and you fire this blast of energy at the shaman. The shaman goes to dive out of the way, and from behind him your little Grim Reaper shows up and gets him in a fucking full Nelson as the bolt blasts him in the chest, and he is surrounded by a halo of white smoke, meaning that you gain the advantage the next attack you make on him.
Nice.
As is the power of guiding bolt.
Therendel turns around and is just like, "Thank you for avenging me."
He's the nerd. He's the nerd, not you.
I know.
His fingers crossed behind his back. He's the nerd.
I'm not a nerd. You're a fucking nerd. I swear you're the fucking nerd. I'll get you fucking nerd. Fucking nerd. Fuck you fucking nerd.
Ass.
Oh my god.
And I end my turn. That's all I can do.
And I end my turn.
All right. After you, it is the armored goblins' turns.
Goodbye, Tajin.
The first one is going to swing at you, Noah.
Of course.
Both swings fucking whiff.
Clunk clunk.
In
Miss
fact,
Smith.
the second swing whiffs so bad that his sword gets stuck in your fucking shield, and it's going to have to use one of its attacks next turn to unstick it. Or actually, you know what? I'll give you a choice. He critically failed. Either he gets one less attack next turn, or you get advantage on your turn.
I'll take advantage. I'll take the advantage, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the armored dude near you, Taijin, swings twice. The first one misses as you deftly dodge out of the way. The second one is a dirty 20.
Oh, that hits. Obviously.
Okay, so that is a scimitar attack for 5 damage.
Yike.
Ooh, yike is right.
Yikes.
And
Yike.
the second one moves in.
goodness.
5.
That's right, he's coming in closer. The one that we forgot.
15.
Oh no.
He purposely flanks you,
Ah! Fuck.
so he has advantage. And still somehow fucking manages to miss his first attack.
Dang.
Does a 17 hit?
Baby, no.
Taijin?
Oh. No.
4 damage?
He's up. He's barely
You're still
up.
up.
He's up.
So the scimitar, the first scimitar catches you in the front as the second scimitar comes at you from behind, and with both blades stabbed into you, you remain standing, ready, willing, and still prepared to fight.
Oh, hell yeah.
Effing. He's gonna,
Jesus Christ.
he's not looking too well. He ain't doing too good, y'all.
Therendel, it's your turn.
Okay, there's a million other better things to do, but I'm casting on the shaman goblin.
Hell yeah.
What did you do?
What are you casting?
I cast Ray of Frost on the...
Okay, roll to hit.
Alright, so that is...
Is that with advantage too? Or no?
+4? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
19, I fucking got him.
D&D Beyond just said that hit was a 23.
Okay, cool, so it was 19 plus my 4, perfect.
Yeah.
And then I
Oh.
1d8.
Roll your damage.
Oh.
Ooh, it was 3. Right, because I only do 1d8.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Therendel. How do you finish off the leader of this group?
I do tell, who's the nerd now? And then cat.
As the ray of frost hits their feet and it begins to creep up their body, freezing them solid. Fuck you, I'm not a nerd, you're a nerd, I swear, you're the fucking nerd, you're the fucking... And it just freezes solid, flipping you off with both fingers. As a light breeze catches it, its two fingers break off and float off in the breeze, so it's just standing there like two fists without middle fingers in the air.
Sarah slowly just rolls up her middle finger.
Yes.
For the remainder of the battle, because their leader is defeated, all goblins will be fighting with disadvantage.
Thank you, Therendel.
Therendel's the best.
And we go to the top of the order with Noah. You've already got advantage on this guy.
Awesome. So yeah, let's go get this big all armor boy. I already used my action surge, so we got one attack. Let's do this. With advantage, let's do this.
Oh, actually, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're good.
Oh, am I good?
Yeah, you're good. 19?
Okay. Yes.
That hits.
Get some damage going. Ooh, a 9.
You catch him across the chest with your katana. He stumbles back. Ah, shit, the boss is dead!
Yes, and that is my turn. Yes.
And on action 20, before the goblins act at action 20, the inside of the tent is going to act.
Rip that halfling.
Well, remember, they're all rolling with disadvantage because their
Oh,
leader
that's
died.
true. Maybe she'll live.
And she is under the bed.
Well, goblins, halflings are about the same size, so...
And then... now that was the 3 goblins. You hear a bit of a splurch as you hear blade hitting flesh.
Oh,
a
no.
scream, but not a death rattle.
Oh.
Oh my God.
So, like, she's still alive, but she definitely got hit.
Oh.
And now it is her turn.
Do all of us hear the scream of the halfling?
Oh, yeah, you absolutely all hear the scream.
Uh-oh.
And now you hear 3 feet stomping in place repetitively. 3 sets of feet.
Huh?
DDR?
From inside the tent. Alright, with that, it is the small goblins' turns.
Lad.
These 2 are going to use some actions to start running away.
How dare you?
No, they're gonna... Noah just tackled
Booster jets over there somehow.
5, 6. And this one's also going to run away. 2, 3, 4.
Cosmos is like, yeah, you better.
You better run! I didn't cry at all. You better run!
You better run.
Alright, Taijin, it's your turn.
He's gonna look at Cosmos and go, "You better have some healing ready for me." And I'm gonna flurry of blows.
Ooh!
I hate them. I need
All
to
right.
die. Alright, where's my buttons? And I gotta read it. I just do it. Alright, so first attack. Don't fail me, please. You didn't. Good. Math, 24. On the one...
That hits.
Yeah, I'll do it on the one I was fighting. You know, that one.
Yeah, that hits.
Where's my dice? Found it. 9 damage.
Alright, that's the one that you've been beating up. You
Heck
catch
yeah.
him with your staff. It's not particularly gory or particularly fancy. You just catch him in the side of the head with your staff, and he looks at you ready to fight, and then the eyes roll into the back of the head, and he just crumples. And stops breathing.
Lovely.
F in the chat.
So one of those was a nat 20, and the other one was a dirty 20.
All right, all of that obviously hits. So roll your damage.
All right, I'm just gonna give you the total number then. I think to make your life easier and to make my life easier. Math. 12. Sorry, 13. I can count. I promise. The one behind me.
Gosh.
So he's just gonna punch.
Hits the floor like a. No, I'm sorry. You catch him with your fists twice, and he stumbles back and gets into a battle stance. Sorry, I was looking at the health of the wrong goblin.
And Ty, probably would look at him, get a battle and just, spit out a little bit of blood. Look at Cosmos and go, you know what to do!
Alright, Cosmos. That is you.
Question, DM, clarification. Do we all have one, or each person has one healing potion?
You each have one healing potion.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna look at the guy next to me, the one that's in front. How do I? This little bastard over here. And I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on him. So he has to pass a 12 wisdom.
Does not pass.
Ooh.
And he has damage, so it's going to be a d12.
Correct.
1d12. I got a 12!
Oh!
Yo, for real, he had exactly 12 health left. So this Reaper flies out of your chest and
That's my boy!
digs its bony claws into this goblin's chest, and you can physically see a white wisp leave its body as it just crumples on the floor.
Holy hell!
Nice!
Oh, God!
Holy fuck!
That's my boy! And then I'm gonna,
You get a shaky thumbs up from Ty.
just move closer to Ty.
Oh, wow.
I can't do anything, I'm sorry. Next time.
Hello.
Oh, wow, ooh, woo. Good shot.
No.
So he's fucking dead.
I started the bad train. No.
And
Take it back.
that's my turn.
And with that, it is the armored goblins' turns.
Oh no, there's many of them.
There's 2 of them right now, besides the 3 that are just... You still hear it, they're just stomping over and over again.
We're playing a song.
Actually, Noah, make a perception check.
They're clearly just doing the Cotton Eye Joe.
All of you make a fucking perception check.
Let's fucking do it.
I got a B, which is, I guess, 24.
That's a nat 20.
Damn. 19!
Oh, are we all doing a perception check?
Sure.
Yes.
I got a 14.
Cool. That's enough.
A 21.
Cool.
Wow.
You
Nice.
all rolled enough. You guys hear the sound of a sandstorm coming in from inside that tent.
Oh,
But not like... Yes, exactly. Not wind blowing, but... As all of the goblins are stomping in rhythmic beat. Therendel, you would recognize this as the spell Otto's Irresistible Dance, commonly used by bards. Noah, you are very lucky that this goblin, armored goblin, had disadvantage. They rolled a nat 20, then a 2, then another nat 20, then a 5. So it missed on critting on you twice because of disadvantage.
I would have died horribly.
I don't like to hear that.
Jesus.
We don't have that much.
Now, this armored goblin, having seen Therendel take out their boss...
Proves himself.
Do I get attack of opportunity because he moved?
That one was not in melee range of you.
Ah, heck. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
That was the one that
Other
was
one.
over here.
Yeah, that was the one I shouldn't have mentioned. Got it.
Does a 12 beat your AC, Therendel?
I just see the nodding. I don't see Tinker's mic go off. I just see the nod, like, yeah.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna.
You might live.
What?
4.
Okay. 4 damage. Take it.
You're still standing?
Oh, yes, I am.
Okay. And that is your turn, Therendel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Do the thing.
Do the thing. I think that actually she is going to. She is going to fall back. Where? I think I'm gonna go here.
If you fall back, it will get an attack of opportunity on you. Because you're in melee range of it right now.
That's true. I want to save the bard halfling. Therendel has a lot of respect for the good bard halfling. But I don't think I can take that right now. If I cast Ray of Frost plus, and then I can walk back. Is that possible?
If it dies from Ray of Frost, you would be able to walk away without taking any damage. But this armored goblin, which is much stronger than normal goblins, has not taken any damage yet.
Okay. So I doubt that Ray of Frost will get it, but I'm doing it anyway. Is this my magic missile? Yes, I'm gonna do Ray of Frost.
Okay.
Right in front of me. I got 20!
Roll your damage twice.
How?
Hey.
I got 7, 5.
Damn. This goblin gets a fucking
12.
shot in the chest with this Ray of Frost.
Oh,
and
gosh.
it freezes. It hits it in the shoulder, and it freezes and freezes and freezes, and you see the armor is frozen over on its left shoulder on the front, and on the top of its left shoulder, and it looks like it's going all the way to the back of its left shoulder, as its left arm falls off.
Woo!
It now loses 2 of its AC because its shield arm is just fucking gone.
Yes.
God.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good shot. Fuck yeah.
Nerd.
Oh, fuck you, I can't be a nerd. I don't even know how to fucking read.
Hi, Jared. Nice.
Thought.
Noah, that's you.
All right. Let's hopefully see if I can finish off this big old armored boy next time. Let's hope. Let us hope. Am I still doing an advantage or no?
You are no longer at advantage, but any counterattacks it makes will be at disadvantage because it's afraid.
Awesome. Let's try this out. Ooh, fingers crossed. Nice. 12.
12 does not hit.
Nope. That's all good. That's all good. Well, I'm gonna use a bonus action and use my second wind, actually.
Cool. You take a deep breath, and you see a bit of words in front of your vision from your internal systems going, auto repair systems initiated.
What? It's a 1d20, I think, right? Yes. Well, no, 1d10. 1d10.
Yeah, 1d10. I'm like...
Plus 2 HP, I think it says. 1d10
yeah, it's
plus
1d10 plus 2. How much do you heal?
See. Ooh, nice. 9. No,
Oh, nice.
no.
Yeah.
So 11.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm back to full.
Yeah, you're doing great. Like any chip, it seems like the weird Magitech bioflesh that you have on you latches onto your armor and fixes any cracks in it.
Hell yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it.
And before the tiny goblins go, I have to roll for if they break their spell inside the tent. Fail. Fail. With disadvantage, fail. Because they're all rolling with disadvantage right now. And
Sandstorm's too good.
Now I need to roll for the Hobbit.
Yay. See, she's fine. She's fine.
Yeah, she got some sweet tunes.
Yeah. Somebody did talk about her.
If I said anything, they would come.
We don't none of this happening in this tent. First of all,
Well, now we know she exists.
And the tent is on fire
Oh,
as
Wait,
the
she-
Hobbit runs out.
yes. Good for her.
Matt, I'm not gonna lie, but that's a little too soon for tents on fire, buddy.
For those who don't know, about 3 years ago, I was at a LARP event and the tent I was staying in got caught on fire from a knocked over torch.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yike.
Too close.
Sleep.
No, I was not sleeping in it, but a friend of mine was, and she decided to roll over and go back to bed. With that, it is the small goblins' turns. They are all going to take a full dash action and leave the battlefield.
Adios.
Goodbye. Fuck you, guys.
Since they were not pursued in any way, they all escape.
They're escaping? That says Noah in a surprised tone.
Oh, wow.
You scared them
three of
off.
them.
And with that, it is Taijin's turn.
Alright.
Fuck
He's
'em
gonna
up!
hobble his way around behind this guy, but like go in a path that doesn't like necessarily walk directly
Yep,
next to him. You know?
that works.
So I'm flanking him,
Ooh.
so I
Get
get
his
advantage. Right? Yeah,
Yes,
how
you
that
do.
works. 22 to hit.
Hits.
Jesus.
Yeah. 11 damage. Thwap.
So, you catch him in the stomach with your staff, and it's weird. It's almost like a piece of him chipped off. And then you press the staff a little harder, and the top of his body falls off. It seems like from his chest, between his waist and his chest, was completely frozen over from that ray of frost. He just didn't realize it yet. And you catching him with the staff caused his top half to fall from his
Watching
bottom
Tinker
half.
here like, yeah. Very entertaining, like, yeah.
He looks at you as he's falling forward. Why'd you side with the fucking nerd? As he shatters on the ground.
I don't know. You're the nerd. You're the one that shattered on the ground. And that's the T.
Oh my goodness.
Ty's just gonna walk up to you and give you a high five.
High-fiving's a free action. Cosmos, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Please heal me.
There's a tent on fire. A
Heal the tent!
a bard covered in stab wounds.
How bad does she look?
She looks bloodied.
Okay.
But stable and alive. There's a tent on fire with a bunch of goblins inside of it. There's a goblin that Noah is in some kind of weird fucking forever duel with.
Yeah, he must
Dun, 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 dun.
Can I do like an? I guess I could like giving a bottle of like a healing potion would be considered an action, right? And then I
Yes.
could still do a bonus action. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do? Let me see. Oh. Okay. So I'm gonna go up to her, pass her my, like, drink this, and give her the healing potion, which is a 1d4 plus 1.
Just drugs. Just immediately drugs her.
Do you want to roll for that, or?
Yeah, I just did. Chugs it like it's a fucking Gatorade after a sporting event.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use a bonus action to cast healing word on my good pal Taijin. So
All right. Roll to heal.
Heal me.
you got +5.
Blue.
All right.
Save us.
With that, it is the Goblin Boss's turn. Not the Goblin Boss. I'm sorry. The Armored Goblin's turn. The one that is left.
Forever fighting Noah.
And the one that looks at Noah just goes, "Time out! Time out!" Noah?
Time out? What is time out?
Time out means we stop fighting for a little bit.
But I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, but it's time for time out. I can't fight any. I need a break.
Noah, stab him. Stab him dead.
It's time out. It's time out time, right?
You need a break? Oh, I can happily break you.
Noah, take an attack of opportunity as he tries to run.
Yes. Yes. Oh my god. Oh!
What did you get? Holy fuck!
I think he's dead.
That is a 26 to hit. I believe that's a crit for you, Noah.
Yes, it is.
Roll your fucking damage.
Oh my god.
As you go, I can happily break you. He turns to run, and you catch him by the back of his armor. Noah, how do you finish off the final enemy?
Oh my goodness! I guess as he's running, I take that clean. I cleanly, I guess with style, like I go for the neck, and I catch him through the neck. And I guess as it cuts through, do a typical, like, I guess, the samurai thing where you catch the head and you slap it away. Like, you catch it, like, and it's going yeah.
So
head balance on the katana just slaps it away.
So you catch the head on your katana, but the body keeps running. And for a good, 10 feet the body runs. It then slumps its arms down in defeat, turns around, and flips you the bird before falling over.
Jesus!
Oh, I love these goblins.
Now, unfortunately, you do smell the smell of burning goblin tent as sandstorm blasts from the tent and the dancing goblins burn to death.
Oh my god.
They're still dancing all the way to hell.
Yeah, they're stuck dancing thanks to fucking Otto's irresistible dance.
Love it.
Oh my god.
My face hurts.
So, I guess...
He didn't die, everyone. Good job.
So the halfling ran out into the open, right?
Oh yeah, the halfling is in the fucking area with you guys. And
so I guess we'll just pivot around and be like, oh, hello!
Over.
Arendelle walks up to her and puts her hand on her shoulder. She's like, "That was a very impressive spell work combination right there.
Oh,
I think I'm dead now."
Oh, thank you. And she pulls out a piece of sheet music that essentially works like a scroll. I can't really do it without the sheet music, but it tends to work well if I play it on my banjo.
Oh, goodness.
What's your name, by the way?
My name is Biscuit.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sad now.
We can never let her die.
You think it's cute. I think Biscuit's sad. Oh.
Gary is a trained professional, and she's the cutest trained professional ever.
Oh, Biscuit.
How does Biscuit look?
She looks a bit bloodied, but otherwise well. She's got brownish blonde pigtails in... What's it called again? In braided pigtails. Rosy halfling cheeks, leather armor, a banjo slung over her shoulders. Not a mandolin, a fucking banjo.
Fuck yeah, banjos.
Because banjos are cool.
Oh.
They really are.
Nice to meet you, Biscuit. When did you get here?
I was part of the Wayfinder party that was supposed to be... You guys are Wayfinders, right? You're the ones
Yeah.
Dr. Soma said? Yeah, I was waiting for y'all.
Oh,
What happened?
I'm assuming you'll ambushed.
Well, we got ambushed by about 50 fucking goblins. And they took our fucking guide.
They took your guide. We need that guide to get to the peak.
Yeah,
Okay, we
they
have to
took
go after.
they
Where
took
did they go?
they took Brack the kobold.
Oh my god, we need Brack. Did they take anyone else or just him?
Oh no, everyone
Oh,
else is fucking dead. They like ate them.
Oh,
Oh my!
do you know which way they took Brack?
Yeah, like that way, and she points towards like the north of the camp, but like not giving any actually useful directions besides that away.
Can Ty look like for tracks and stuff?
Yeah, you know what? Make a survival check.
3. Of all the songs mentioned, why is the hamster dance stuck in my head?
Oh, I know that one.
Plays it on the banjo.
She begins playing the hamster dance on her fucking banjo. You're absolutely right, Boomfist.
I don't know why that.
And her like rosy halfling cheeks, which were already kind of puffy, begin to puff up even more as she plays it.
Oh, she's so cute.
22 on the survival check. F again.
You could tell exactly which way that the goblins went. You could also tell that they're not moving particularly quickly, and for some reason they took the kobold alive. Because they're not moving particularly quickly, you estimate that you have enough time to take a short rest.
Thank God.
Do I don't get any spell slots back during a short rest.
During a
right?
short rest, no.
Fuck.
Can we press short rest on D&D Beyond?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, what does this mean? Take short rest.
It never does my health, ever.
1d8 plus.
That's fine. If you have to roll it manually, roll it manually. You won't be getting into combat again this episode, so we can figure it out before next time streaming.
Oh, hell yeah.
So don't worry about it right now.
Okay.
But you have enough time to take a short rest, and this goblin biscuit, this hobbit biscuit's trying to talk to you. Oh, I wish I didn't have to burn down the tent. I could have cooked for you. You know what? I think I got some apples in one of the boxes. I could make you some roast apples.
We'll happily partake in food.
She begins like roasting apples in cinnamon and sugar over the fire while you're taking this short rest. It'd be super good smelling and appetizing if not for the smell of burning goblins from the tent behind you.
No.
Right. That's happening.
Right, about that.
Okay. I
cast Prestidigitation to clear our immediate area of any goblin spell. Because I think I can make a nice scent.
You can. So you do manage to clear out the goblin smell, and she feeds you delicious roasted apples. You have enough time to take a short rest. Things are going pretty good for you guys right now.
This is where there's a butt.
So before y'all head to go deal with the big bad goblins, do you have any other questions?
You're coming with us, are you not?
Oh no, I was gonna wait for your what are they called again?
The people.
other group?
Yeah, that follow behind us.
Yeah, you're you know, the healers and the medics and all that. I'm sure they have a brave leader that I could answer to.
Not
I'm
very brave.
sure.
Oh no, by those looks, it sounds like it's probably Mr. Ferguson, ain't it?
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna
know
go.
the
She begins to walk towards the woods on her own.
So wait, look, you know the mustard man?
Everybody
You
knows
know
Mr.
Mustard
Ferguson.
Man.
He is such a failure.
Yeah, he's the one leading the group.
Oh, I
But-
guess. I guess I should just want to walk away. Or something. I don't know. I don't know. Go finish what you're gonna say. Actually.
You guys should. Do you have another question?
Oh no, I was just gonna give you this. I just hand out the biggest expensive bottle of like alcohol.
Oh shit! That was my boss's. She dead
Oh.
now.
Well, you gave us apples, and they were delicious. I think.
So
So I guess
They
here,
were
take
very
this.
good.
very tasty.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
do you know how many goblins attacked this place? Do you have any idea of the number?
about a bajillion. That's
That's
a
a big
A
number, right?
bajillion. I am not sure, actually.
What about a quazillion? Is that a number?
Personally, I think you're farther from the number.
It sounds about right.
Okay, that's useless.
Can Tyler look around to see if the footprints that attacked us match up to what the goblins were?
Oh my god! It looks like what attacked you guys was probably like the scouting party or the leftovers.
Yikes.
They were definitely.
But you can also tell that the goblins that took the guide went in a different direction than the rest of the goblin forces.
Goodness, yikes.
I guess we have to go get the guide.
Oh yeah. You all go on along that way. I'll wait for the rest of them, and I guess I'll deal with Mr. Ferguson.
I feel like you'd rather deal with the goblins than Mr. Ferguson.
Honestly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I guess that before we go off for your troubles, thank you so much. And I just hand her the bottle of alcohol.
Oh yeah, this was my. Now I gotta remember that all my friends are dead. Pops open the bottle and just starts chugging.
Enjoy, enjoy.
Noah, this is not.
Unfortunate.
You know what?
Huh?
It was a bottle of whiskey, and it is already half gone.
Oh my
They have not
goodness.
stopped chugging.
And
And as the bottle empties, she just slams it on a rock.
well
We've
then,
obviously been through a lot.
Passes
we
out
should-
face first.
We should probably go, I guess. Right. Matt, I actually have a question. For the short rest, are we recovering any HP?
HP, yes, you roll your hit dice times 2. We can deal with that after the session
After.
because
Okay, cool.
you won't be getting into combat before we're done.
Okay, perfect.
So, as you begin to follow after the tracks of the goblins, you do see that this is a separate group from the main group that we're dragging off Brack.
Uh-oh.
oh shit.
And then you see that both of the there's a trail of blood now. Both of the goblins are dead next to the cage with this little red kobold holding a dagger. 2 goblins dead next to his cage, but no way to get out of the cage. And the last member of your party is revealed.
What? Oh my god.
There he is!
Dun.
No,
Wait, you gotta do your intro again, there, Zell. Gotta do your intro again.
It's your boy.
Yo, what up?
And there is a tiny kobold in a cage holding a dagger with 2 dead goblins that were originally moving the cage for him. And unfortunately, the kobold forgot that the goblins were the ones moving the cage. So if they're both dead, he has no way to get around.
Ty's gonna walk up, but making mind of the dagger wielding kobold and go, "Are you Brack?"
Brack's gonna grab the bars, shake the cage violently. Yes, let me out!
And
Can I
that is
approach
where
the-
we end our session.
That's it. There you go. There you go.
All right, thank you everyone for joining us for our first episode.
Guys,
Oh, thank you all so
awesome.
much.
Yeah.
You guys were
Thank
awesome,
you.
great.
for real.
Boomfist, do you have anything you would like to plug?
Oh, that's right. Oh, here we go. Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Boomfist. That's me. I am a Twitch streamer. I got Twitch affiliate. I want to be official. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, this should be my link when it was break. My link was there. It's twitch.tv/Masushi Boomfist. I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays. So if y'all love us, love this, love me, hit up that link and give me a follow. Thank you so much. Boom. Fist.
Tinka, do you have anything you would like to plug?
Yes, follow me on social media. Most of them, I'm T for Tinka, TEAFOR, then Tinka, on most social media platforms.
Fantastic. James, do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Yes, please check out Life's Not Fair on Facebook and Instagram. It's going to be a web series, a really awesome web series that Matt and I are going to be a part of. So please check them out. And also, I'm also on social media too as Exo Prince. And thank you guys so much for coming out.
Mark, do you have anything to plug?
I'm boring and don't do much, so just give my friends here a listen and a like. If I end up doing stuff in the future, I'll let you know.
Fantastic. And Nick, for the 5 seconds you were in the stream, do you have anything to plug?
Yeah, I've got about 4 minutes worth of commercials, so if y'all could sit tight. No, I got nothing.
All right. And I'm Matthew Majchrzak. You can find me on the podcast Good Neighbors, playing Monster of the Week. You can find me on Wednesdays on Players and Creators, and in the upcoming web series along with James, Life's Not Fair. I thank you all for joining us, and we will be running this every Monday at 7:30. I've got a multiple-year story that I've written. I spent a lot of time writing this. I thank you all for dealing with me in the first 10 minutes when I had all those technical difficulties and I was so nervous, like sweat was like literally pouring off my face. But I think this went very well. I hope everybody enjoyed, and I want every one of you to have a fantastic evening. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank you, guys.
Test.